Smith and Eddy Insurance. Also by Indian Summer Co-op, Crown and Cork, Ludington Paint and Glass. Live coverage of the Ludington Orioles is also brought to you in part by Lundquist Furniture, Benedict's Auto Center, and McGee Insurance. The Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM are teaming up to bring you exclusive coverage of tonight's game. And without delay, let's go inside the press box with the voice of the Orioles, Todd "Scoop" Hansen.
Welcome, Ludington Oriole fans, to playoff football in Week 10 of the MHSAA season. Scoop Hansen, voice of the Orioles, with you, along with Evan Cruzy. Evan will be doing the color commentary tonight and also the stats. And we also have Braden Kronline, the OSN WMOM technical engineer. And Evan, it's playoff time, and Ludington had a great season. And the season that they did have, going 7-2. 4-2 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division for third place. They get the reward of facing the Fruitport Trojans, co-champions of the Ottawa-Kent Conference Blue Division.
Yeah, Scoop, I feel like Oriole fans have been waiting for this game for a long time. You know, I think we knew pretty early that we're going to have a shot at the playoffs this year, and it feels good to finally be here, know who your opponent is, and it should be a great night for football.
You know, you look at it, and if Ludington had, or I should say in week, I think it was week 7 when we played Whitehall, and we fell in that game. That was the big week right there, the week that the Trojans of Fruitport defeated Grand Rapids West Catholic. If West Catholic had won that game, probably seeing the same match tonight, only at Oriole Field.
Yeah, that was definitely probably one of the bigger upsets in the Muskegon area, really. West Catholic at the time was the number 1 team in Division 6, really a powerhouse every year, and that just shows how good this Fruitport team is, that they beat them. So they've definitely earned this home playoff game.
Yeah, Fruitport, again from the OK Conference Blue Division, they've scored 373 points this year, given up 259, 7-2 overall, 6-1 in the OK Conference Blue Division, co-champions with Grand Rapids West Catholic. They are coached by Nate Smith. The last meeting between Fruitport and Ludington took place on September 25th, 2015. These two teams were conference foes in the Seaway Conference, the Western Waterways Activities Conference, and the Lakes 8 Conference. Their first meeting was on November 8th, 1968, and that was in the days of the Seaway Conference. Ludington won that game 25-7. Ludington comes into the game 7-2 overall, 4-2 West Michigan Conference Lakes Division, 232 points for, 167 points against. Of course, the Orioles coached by Charlie Gunsel. And we want to thank our exclusive pregame sponsor, House of Flavors Manufacturing. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. We want to explain one thing, folks, being that this is an MHSAA playoff game. We're in Week 10. We will not be doing a live video stream tonight. We are only able to do the live audio stream. So hopefully a lot of you folks did not tune into the Oriole Sports Network hoping to see a live video stream, because it's not happening tonight, folks, due to MHSAA regulations. Right now we're going to step aside and listen to the interview I did earlier today with Oriole head coach Charlie Gunsel. Stay tuned, those fans. Welcome, Ludington Oriole fans, to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. Coach Charlie Gunsel. It's playoff time. It's game night. And your Orioles get a very good Fruitport Trojans team. Fruitport 7-2 on the year. Co-champions of the OK Conference Blue Division. Your Orioles also 7-2 on the year. Finished third in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division. How is Ludington going to beat a very good Fruitport team? A team that's had, putting it honestly, a team that's had Ludington's number for quite some time.
Yeah, all the history of Ludington and Fruitport really means nothing. Those days are long gone. We've gone our separate ways. They've gone their way. They're playing at a really high level right now. As far as speaking of the here and now, this is a very good football team, Scoop. This is as impressive as a football team as we've faced this year, including the Whitehall. You just put the film on, you just see athletes all over the place, offensively and defensively. So we're going to need to do some things tonight, maybe things that people haven't seen. take some shots, try to get guys in great matchups, because 11 on 11, it's not a great matchup for us, but we do have some individuals where if we can get into 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, those types of situations, we do have some kids that we feel we can be successful with. But can't say enough good things about the Trojans, but we are excited. We're here, and we're going to play.
It's quite an impressive feat in itself, making the playoffs. This is the second year where we've had it's not 6 wins and automatically you're in, but the West Michigan Conference very well represented. But you look at the Fruitport team, they score a lot of points, 373, but they give up a lot of points too, 259. They are led by the Jolman brothers. Pascal, a rush for over 1,800 yards this year. He's quite a running back, isn't he, Coach?
Yeah, he's the best we've seen to this point as far as speed, strength. I think he has some offers at the Division II level, but when you talk about them giving up a lot of points, they're a very high risk versus reward type of defense. They will man you up. They will put a ton of pressure on you. So by doing that, they do kind of hang themselves out to dry at times, and that's what I was speaking of earlier. If they're going to pressure us, if they're going to play zero coverage, we have to get the ball out quickly and get it into our playmakers' hands. But offensively, they are incredibly diverse. You think of the old Fruitport days, lining up, smashing you in the face, 3, 4, 5 yards of carry. These guys are much more athletic than that, and they will spread you out, and they will still run all their veer principles, midline principles, and they're a very difficult team to match up with because they can do a little bit of everything, but they do it at a really high level.
They're coached by Nate Smith. And you look at the scores this year, impressive victories over Hudsonville Unity Christian, 60-46. Yeah, that's right, folks, 60-46. Actually, they lost that game. They lost to Hudsonville Unity Christian, 60-46. I think their most impressive win of the year probably came against Grand Rapids West Catholic. West Catholic, always a powerhouse. They defeated them 28-20 to gain a share of the conference championship.
Yeah, that was the game that kind of flipped the bracket. We were kind of sitting in the 2-hole. But when Fruitport beat Catholic, that gave them enough points. And we've studied that game film a lot. And that was a very high-level football game, high school football game. West Catholic was number 1 in Division 5 at the time. So Fruitport has some high-quality wins throughout the season. But when you get to the playoffs, it's one night. And you got to play one night, and you got to play well one night. And so we're very confident in our kids, both offensively, defensively, and special teams, that we're going to come down here, we're going to sell out, we're going to do a lot of things that we enjoy doing, and, it's a game. And so I don't, all the teams that they beat, obviously we respect that and we honor that. But for us, we're coming in here doing what we do and anticipating a great ball game.
It looks like you're going to have a great night for high school playoff football tonight as well down at Fruitport. How has the week of practice gone leading up to tonight's game?
Oh, it's great. It's Monday obviously is an install day. Tuesday we got pushed inside with the rain, but that's fine in week 10. And then we were outside Wednesday, Thursday, 2 very good practices. Actually, Wednesday was as spirited practices we've had. A lot of contact. A lot of teams like to back off on the contact later in the year, but we just felt we needed that still at this point. Our kids are excited. Our kids are locked in. Our kids understand the task at hand. And that's just the type of kids these are. The kids these are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. We're going to go out and we're going to play. But we are as healthy as we've been. We're as locked in as we've been, and we're excited for tonight.
Speaking of health-wise, you did lose your long snapper. Yeah. Unfortunately, Big Country Matthew Westhouse. Tell the Oriole fans out there listening a bit about that. And I understand it happened late in the Mason County Central game.
Yeah, Matthew's been long snapping for us. He picked that up, does a great job with us. And unfortunately, he sustained a season-ending knee injury towards the end of the Mason County Central game. And when you watch it on film, it's nothing violent. It's nothing that you would say, ooh, God, that doesn't look good. But Matthew's been awesome for us, and it's unfortunate for him that he can't play tonight because he has developed into a very consistent long snapper and somebody who's constantly smiling and having fun. And he's just my first opportunity to coach him, and he's been nothing but a joy. So it just rips your heart out when when stuff like that happens to good kids. So, we've replaced him. We went from a 6'8" long snapper. We probably have the shortest long snapper in the league tonight, Max Flannery. We brought up, the sophomores with us, and Max is going to snap. And so we go from 6'8" to 5'6", so you kind of lose them out there when Max is snapping. But he snapped well all week, and we'll expect him to perform tonight.
I asked him that, Matthew Westhouse, when I was doing the tripod interview with himself, Johnny Weinert, and Miles Wilson. And I talked about that. I said, how does it feel to be the tallest long snapper, probably in the state of Michigan at 6'9"? And he corrected me, Coach. He said, actually, that's 6'10", Scoop. So I don't know about that, Coach.
I don't know what he's measuring with, but he's just been a joy. And those guys, that tripod, they take that seriously. Westhouse and Johnny before Johnny got hurt, and Miles, and now we have, Miles' younger brother was holding for us, and now we're on to, the tripod. The legs kind of keep falling off a little bit, but we keep replacing them with kids that are performing.
Well, good luck, Coach, tonight to the Orioles, to you, the Ludington Orioles and the Fruitport Trojans. Playoff action, Week 10, and look forward to talking to you after the ball game. Go get 'em, O's.
All right, thanks, Scoop.
Welcome back to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field here in Fruitport. Scoop Hansen, Evan Cruzy, and Braden Kronline, the Oriole Sports Network, working in collaboration with 102.7 WMOM. The Orioles have won the toss, and they have deferred. The band is on the field right now. Beautiful fielder. And, Evan, this is only the third game played here at Fruitport's field.
Yeah, they had to wait a little bit. Kind of got delayed talking to a few people today, but, boy, it was worth the wait. It looks like they did an absolute gorgeous job, and it is based off the Florida Gators field as well. The turf is the same design, just different colors.
Well, I was out walking on it before the game when I was getting the starting lineups from both coaches. Beautiful field, and hopefully this is a lot like what the Orioles will have next season at Oriole Field.
Yes, we were very excited for that. Cannot wait. It's going to be excellent.
Well, Ludington's band is here along with Fruitport's band, and at this time we're going to step aside for the national anthem. When we return, we'll have the PM Builders starting lineups coming your way right here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports. Stay tuned, those fans, to playoff football.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value, being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
Welcome back to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. Folks, we want to thank Pierre Marquette Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. PM Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. If you're looking to build, give Scott a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. Here are your starting lineups. First for the Fruitport Trojans. Starting on offense, the quarterback will be number 1, Colin Jolman. Also starting on offense for Fruitport at slot back will be number 8, Cody Nash, and number 10, Nash Cooper. The running backs for the Trojans are number 21, Pascal Jolman, who's rushed for over 1,800 yards this year, And the other running back, number 44, and that's Andrew Fieldstra. The wide receiver for the Trojans, number 17, Bobby Canfield. And also, let's see here. I guess I'm going to give you the offensive line next, beginning with number 52, Ricky Wiggins. Also 56, Caden Carrillo. You have 67, Caleb O'Neill, 70, Caden Bell, and 75, Brady Kemmerling. As we were talking, Evan, with some of the Fruitport folks up here in the press box, Fruitport has two sets of senior twins on the team, the Coopers and the Jolmans. So we're hoping not to get too confused.
We'll try. We will try our best.
Exactly. Starting defense for Fruitport. And they have a lot of defensive backs. They have a very unique defensive scheme, folks. So we'll go right down order here. Colin Jolman will be a defensive back, as will Caden Beardsley, Cody Nash, Nash Cooper, Pascal Jolman, Dayton Campbell, and those are the defensive backs. The linebackers for the Trojans, number 3, Andrew Fieldstra, and number 12, Brooke Dornboss. Also, the third linebacker is Andrew Fieldstra. Defensive lineman, number 52, Ricky Wiggins, and number 84, Peyton Flores. And that's the starters for Fruitport on offense and defense. For the Ludington Orioles, starting on offense tonight at quarterback, number 15, Chase Hackert. The tailback, number 5, Trey Forfinski. The slot back, 14, Aiden Gilchrist. Wide receivers are number 11, Nathan Gilchrist, and number 1, Gage Jones. The tight end, number 9, Levi Lehman. And the offensive line for the Orioles, the right guard, 52, Charlie Gamble. The left guard, 53, Will Luce. The right tackle, 54, Adam Keffer. The centers, 55, Michael Nichols. And the left tackle, 62, Corbin Wagonmaker. And we'll give you the Oriole defense here momentarily. Again, the Orioles won the toss. They deferred. They will kick off to the Fruitport Trojans. Getting set to kick off, number 10, Miles Wilson. Here we go, playoff football. The Ludington Orioles and the Fruitport Trojans. It's a high sky kick, and the Orioles have it! Ludington has it, the high sky kick. They did very good with that against Mason County Central last week, and they do it here on the opening kickoff of this playoff game, Evan.
You gotta love the aggressiveness to get started. Excellent execution there by Miles Wilson. I believe that was the special teams expert, Daniel Ramirez, once again on the recovery.
What a week he had last week, Daniel Ramirez, and a huge week for a number of the Orioles, but Ramirez had a really big week. And a great job there by the Oriole kicker, Miles Wilson. Boy, he did a nice job.
Perfect kick.
With that sky kick, as you would say. Now the officials are having a confab right now, and they're talking things over here. And I think you're right. That was Daniel Ramirez going down there, catching the ball. So we'll have we presume a first down for the Orioles right here. This will give time for me to give the Orioles starting defense to you folks. The defensive lineman, number 28, Derek Dunsel. Number 50, Colby Nelson. They're the tackles. The defensive ends are 30, Dom Wheaton. And number 60, Miguel Mendez. Of course, the linebackers, as they've been all year, number 9, Levi Lehman. And number 5, Trey Forfinski. The defensive backfield for the Orioles, number 1, Gage Jones is a free safety. Number 4, Cole Johnson, he's a cornerback. Number 11, Nathan Gilchrist is a cornerback. The strong safety, number 14, Aiden Gilchrist. And number 24, Daniel Ramirez. And again, we thank PM Builders, our exclusive starting lineup sponsor. So 1st and 10 for the Ludington Orioles. They have the ball at the Fruitport 38-yard line after that sky kick right there that they recovered. That's 2 weeks in a row. And let's see what the Orioles can do after getting that. Here's a run by Hackert, and finds some tough sledding right there. He'll get the ball to the Fruitport 35-yard line. Gain of 3 on there. 3 really hard-earned yards here, Evan.
Yeah, I really like the idea here of trying to establish a run up the middle here, Scoop. Usually in games, we're the team that kind of wants to space people out, but this team might actually be faster than us, so we might actually need to reverse the script here and kind of go up the gut.
All right, 2nd down and 7 for the Orioles. Ball on the Fruitport 35-yard line. Hackert calling out the signals. He'll give now to Forfinski. Forfinski running hard, and he's down to about the Fruitport 30-yard line right there. So nice run there by Trey Forfinski, gain of about 5. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
That's the kind of run I was trying to talk about there, Scoop. A lot of power there. This is a really good matchup for Trey, as he's going to be a lot stronger than a lot of guys on the defensive front for Fruitport. They're very fast, but not very big.
All right, so actually they mark him down at the 31, so it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Orioles. Ball at the Fruitport 31-yard line. Forfinski on the carry. He's got a first down. Trey Forfinski down to the Fruitport 25-yard line. Running hard. Power running there by the Orioles, and give some credit to that offensive line. He went right behind his right tackle there, Adam Keffer, number 54, and his right guard, Charlie Gamble, number 52. First and 10 for the Orioles. Boy, things couldn't have started any better for Ludington than they have, Evan.
Yeah, this is about as good a start as you can ask for. Hopefully, and I expect them to keep the ball on the ground here. It's working. Keep feeding Trey. He's your main guy. Let's keep working that.
And look at Ludington, 4 receivers to the near side here. I haven't seen this formation since watching the movie Varsity Blues. Hackert will keep. Hackert's got a gain of a couple right there.
Ball carrier. On the top of the podium, number 3, Fieldstrom.
Andrew Fieldstrom, the tackle for Fruitport. Beautiful facility here. Again, only the 3rd game played here. You know how I found that out, Evan? I was talking to former Ludington area school superintendent Jason Kennedy. Had a nice chat with him. He's here in the stands tonight. And he told me that, hey, Scoop, you know, this is only the 3rd game that's been played here. Tonight's playoff game. It's good to see Jason. He's doing well here in Fruitport, and he was a superintendent at Ludington for a number of years. Ludington now is going to call a timeout, I do believe. Looked like there was some confusion coming out of the huddle there. Timeout, Ludington, and we're going to step aside. We're in the first quarter here. There is 9:36 to go. No score. Playoff football. You are listening to WMOM 102.7 and the OSN. Stay tuned.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future projects. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Welcome back to Fruitport. The Orioles on a 2nd down and 8 just gave the ball to Forfinski, and he had no gain on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. 9:14 to go in the opening quarter. Ludington has the ball on the Fruitport 23-yard line. Orioles kicked off. They won the coin toss, deferred, kicked off. The sky kick recovered the fumble. Hackert's pass is complete. We're going to have a touchdown, Orioles! Ludington touchdown, Hackert. Getting the ball there to, was that
14, Aiden Gilchrist.
Aiden Gilchrist hit him right in stride, and Ludington strikes first here at Fruitport. A 23-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to his slot back, number 14, Aiden Gilchrist, and the Orioles are up 6-0.
Excellent throw there by Chase. Tight coverage. Put it right on his face mask. Couldn't ask for a better throw there by quarterback 15, Chase Hackert.
Miles Wilson in to attempt the point after. Here's a snap. It's a good snap. The kick is down. The kick is good. Good job by Wilson. Good job by the holder there, Michael Wilson, getting that ball down, and Max Flannery, the long snapper. Ludington up 7-0. 8:58 to go. Opening quarter. Ludington and Fruitport in a Division IV MHSA playoff game. We're going to step aside. You're listening to 102.7 WMOM and the OSN. Stay tuned.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
I heard.
Okay, welcome back, folks, to Fruitport, to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. Ludington on top 7-0. If you're just tuning in, the Orioles won the coin toss, deferred, kicked off, recovered the sky kick, And then they had a very impressive drive culminating in a 23-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to slot back Aiden Gilchrist. Wilson's point after good now. The Orioles will kick off again. There's a sky kick again, a little bit farther this time, and Fruitport was ready for it that time. Fielded there, and a little bit of a return before the ball carrier is knocked out of bounds. Let's see here. I believe that was number 8 for Fruitport on the return.
Yes,
Cody,
it was.
Yeah, Cody Nash on the return right there. Fruitport starts off 1st and 10, and they'll start off at their own 40-yard line. Again, the Oriole defense, led by their defensive line, Derek Dunsel, 28, and Colby Nelson, 50 of the defensive tackles. The ends are 30, Dom Wheaton, and number 60, Miguel Mendez. The linebackers, 5 and 9. That's Trey Forfinski and Levi Lehman. Here we go. Fruitport coming out. Receivers all over the field on this. And there's quarterback. That's a lateral. That could be a lateral. Ludington should be falling. Oh, they call it. Okay. They called it incomplete pass. Very close there to being a lateral, Evan.
Very close, borderline. Probably the right call there. Interesting first play call there by Fruitport. You think they'd want to get the ball in the hands of their dynamic back there now, number 21, who's got 22 touchdowns on the year, Scoop.
Yeah,
so
and 1,800 yards rushing. Colin Jolman is their quarterback, and Evan just talking about their star running back, number 21, Pascal Jolman. And there he is, Jolman with it now. Ludington's defense, and boy, he is quick. We told you, he's at the 50, 45, 40. He's going down the sideline, and he's finally, he stayed in bounds. My goodness. Boy, we told he was a dynamic running back, and he just showed it there, Evan.
Yeah, right on cue there. There's a reason he's being recruited by Grand Valley State University. He just showed off that speed right there.
Pascal Jolman. Yeah, long run right there, and he's all the way down to the Oriole 8-yard line. Fantastic run right down the sideline. First down and goal to go for Fruitport. You look at the scores, they score a lot of points. And we talked about that too. They give up a lot, but they score even more. Here's a handoff, and on the carry, number 44 for Fruitport, and that's Andrew Fielstra.
Yeah, that's that second look they're going to give you too. So 21 Pascal, he's going to really be their speed back, but they can play a little power too with number 44 there. Kind of keep you honest, right? Because you can't just guard the edges because they're going to go right up the gut too.
Gain of 2 by Fielstra. Second down, goal to go. Actually, give him 1 on the carry right there.
That's a generous one.
Yeah. Again, the Fruitport quarterback, number 1, Colin Jolman. Jolman now, they'll give it on the carry, coming around the end, still on his feet and into the end zone. Number 17, Bobby Canfield scores. He's a wide receiver, and that will count as a pass right there, a little Viking shuttle pass. And Fruitport comes right back, and they'll punch it in on a 7-yard run. I should say a 7-yard pass there from quarterback Colin Jolman to Bobby Canfield.
Well, that just shows, too, how great of a start we had. You can't take your foot off the gas. This Fruitport offense scores in bunches. They're going to want to move quick. A lot of their scoring drives this year have been on 3 to 5 plays per drive. They're going to be very explosive, so you got to be ready to go.
And the Trojans will go for 2.
They should go for 2 every time. I do not believe they kick.
Canfield lines up the receiver to the far side. Jolman calling out the cadence. Jolman will run, and he is in. And Fruitport now leads 8-7 with 7:44 to go in the opening quarter. You are listening to 102.7 WMOM and the Orioles Sports Network. Stay tuned, those fans. We're here today with Mike Benedict, the proprietor of Benedict's Auto Center. Mike Benedict, what is it that sets Benedict's Auto Center apart from other businesses here in Mason County?
I'm going to go with the old cliche word, and I'm going to say customer service. Like to spend the time with the customer, give them the all the Q&As, answer all the questions they might have pertaining to the damaged vehicle, what's going to happen next, and then I walk them through the process going forward that I'm going to handle things. We take it apart, find additional damage, call the insurance company, we take care of all the work from there for them, keep included in what's going on so they know about when they'll be receiving their car back.
Let the viewers out there and the listeners know, Mike, there's a perception that you have to go where your insurance company tells you. That is not the case, is it?
Not true at all. What I always suggest they do is they go and they talk to either the manager or the owner of the business. Be comfortable where you take the car, have them answer your questions, and that's where you want to go. If you're comfortable with them, that's what you want to do, and it's your car, you go where you want.
Benedict's Auto Body, your trusted one-stop collision and repair shop. Johnny Sawyer set to kick off for Fruitport. He wears number 4. It's a little pooch kick, and Fruitport has it. Fruitport says, Ludington, you can do it, we can do it too. They just did a little kick, little pooch kick right there. It's recovered by Nash Cooper. Boy, they worked that to perfection, didn't they, Evan?
Yeah, they did. You know, and the Orioles were definitely caught off guard. A couple of our guys were just caught staring at there, couldn't quite get off their heels, and Fruitport was in full sprint, and it's going to work out for them.
I think the Orioles, a quick touchdown. You and I were talking about at the break. That looked like one of the hardest passes that Chase Hackert has thrown all year. I mean, right on the money. He had a lot of zip on that ball. Looks like that really has woke up the Fruitport Trojans like they need to be woke up. Look at Colby Nelson right there. Nelson along with...
we got a late flag, too.
Yeah, 2 late flags coming for Finsky and Colby Nelson on the tackle there of the Trojans, number 21, Pascal Jolman.
Might have been some extra... Another one.
A third flag is
a little
thrown.
extracurricular here.
That was thrown extremely late, Evan.
Looks like on Fruitport, at least 2 of them, I think. One might be on us, but like I said, there's a lot of laundry on the field right now.
Yeah, there is. Yellow all over the field. This beautiful new field here at Fruitport.
They're talking about. Someone said something they shouldn't have said.
Pascal Jolman on the carry right there. And Ludington did a nice job there. Colby Nelson and Trey Forfinski on the stop. We have 7:33 left in the opening quarter. Fruitport 8, Ludington 7. Fruitport with the ball at the Oriole 35-yard line. The officials having quite a confab here.
Yeah, this is kind of a mess.
Look at some of the other action around the area tonight, Evan. We got Big Rapids is at Whitehall. Grand Rapids Christian at Grand Rapids South Christian. Ada Forest Hills Eastern at Hudsonville Unity Christian. You know, you look at the records, a lot of these teams that are in, you got a lot of 7-2s, you got a few 9-0s, 5-4, 6-3. Then you look Grand Rapids Christian at 3-6, but extremely tough schedule.
You know, and that's what this new playoff system is designed to do. It's meant to reward teams that are going to play a tough schedule, like Grand Rapids Christian playing in the OK Blue. Every team you face is good. You're going to get a lot of points off that. Montague is also in this tonight at 3-6 as well at Reed City. There's Benzie Central's at 3-6 in as well, and Orchard Lake St. Mary's 3-6. So a lot of teams around the state, all parts.
East Grand Rapids in at 4-5 this year. That's unusual to see them with a 4-5 record. Also, look at one of the tougher games. Poor Cadillac, the Cadillac Vikings.
Oh boy, the Vikings.
They have to go face the DeWitt Panthers.
Yeah, that is about as tough first round matchup as Cadillac could have drawn as now they enter D3. Looks like the refs are almost done here.
Yes. Been quite a conversation here between the officials. And now one official's going over to talk to Orioles head coach Charlie Gunsel right now.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. We have unsportsmanlike conduct on Fruitport. Unsportsmanlike on Ludington.
Unsportsmanlike again. Dead ball.
Yep, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Fruitport. So that 3 penalties right there. 2 on Fruitport, 1 on Ludington.
Is it just going to offset then?
Nope, they're going to take it back here. 15
the dead ball one, right?
The dead ball, yep.
Okay.
First 2 offset each other, and then the second personal foul on Fruitport takes it back to midfield. So the ball is at the 50-yard line. First, it'll actually be
2nd and 25.
Second, yeah, you should be second.
Oh, looks like there's something reset to first down.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, anyway, Fruitport with the football at midfield. Fruitport in their gray jerseys, gray pants. Blue helmets, they got the Florida Gator look. Now the quarterback keeps, nice tackle right there by Forfinski.
That's Lehman with the tackle.
Oh, was it? I thought that was 5 there. But I mean, actually both of them were in on it, it looked like. Looked like Trey also, but yeah, you're right there, Evan. Trey and Levi Lehman. It looked like he had a good head of steam there, Colin Jolman, the quarterback.
And that's what both the linebackers are going to have to do tonight, Scoop. With all this speed, they're going to have to come down and win those one-on-one matchups when making tackles.
It's going to bring up a first down or a second down, actually, and it should be, second and 20, I believe.
Yeah, the scoreboard had it wrong.
Yeah, Fruitport at the Ludington 45. Jolman rolling to his right, passes away, and it's caught. What a catch out there. Jaden Schultz. I'm sorry, no, that was Cody Nash. Cody Nash with the catch out there. Very athletic catch going up and making that reception on that pass from his quarterback, Colin Jolman. So Fruitport has the ball now at the, let's see where they go.
About the 26.
Yeah, the 20,
should be about a 3rd down and 1 here.
Yeah, you're right. It's at the, let's see. About the 27-yard line. You're right. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Trojans.
Different look there by Fruitport, rolling out, passing the ball. We really weren't expecting that a whole lot.
Jolman, oh, good job by the Oriole deep. Oh, they had him. How did he get away? He's still on his feet.
Ball's out.
Let's see, did Ludington recover? I think Fruitport got it, but oh my gosh, how did he get away? Pascal Jolman, Ludington had him a couple times right there. And they finally bring him down, or actually they caused a fumble. Fruitport does recover. You talk about Houdini acting.
Yeah, there was about 5 Orioles around him initially in the backfield, and he somehow got away from it. But I think as he tried to turn back for that second time, I'm not sure where Oriole got a hand on it, but swiped it out. Kind of flimsy ball security there by Pascal at the end.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Oriole that was, but a good job. I'm not sure if that was one of the linebackers over there, but boy, oh boy, is he ever elusive. 4th down and 8 for Fruitport. 6 minutes to go. Here's a pass. It's away, and it's going to be incomplete. And Ludington will take over. Good job by the Oriole defense there as they forced a change of possession.
Yeah, those are kind of situations you want to force Fruitport in. You know, if they want to run the ball, 4th and 8, kind of more of a predictable passing down there, able to get off the field on that one.
We want to thank Indian Summer Co-op. They are proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for the season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Ludington 1st and 10. Ball at the Oriole 33-yard line. Hackert, the quarterback. Ludington trails 8-7. 5:56 to go in the opening quarter. 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network with you. There's a pass wide open. Levi Lehman, 50-40. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. And he's run down at about the 20-yard line of Fruitport. Levi Lehman getting behind the Fruitport defense there. And a huge gain for the Ludington Orioles.
That is just an excellent play call. As Fruitport runs this defense where they really have 7 DBs and they're all standing up, they're going to come at you. But that leaves the middle of the field wide open, and Levi was able to just slip out. No one really paid attention to him. Chase Hackert, excellent throw to execute as well.
Huge gain on the play right there, all the way down to the Fruitport 20. Yeah, that defense alignment, when we were talking before the game, I was talking to a couple Fruitport guys. I said, is this right? I have all these defensive back starters. And you said you'd seen some of the game film this week. You said that is correct, Scoop. All right, Hackert now, his pass is away, and it's caught on the reception out there. Lehman, he's down to the 10. He's still going. He's down inside the 5.
I think that's Trey, Scoop.
Well, let's see here. I thought it looked...
Yeah, that's Trey.
Yep. Thanks, Trey.
Yep, okay. That was Trey Forfinski on the reception after Levi Lehman had the long reception the play prior. I do apologize, Oriole listeners. Sometimes I get the 5 and the 9 a little bit mixed up right there. Irregardless, a big gain for the Orioles. Pick up of 15 on the play. Be first down and goal to go. Ball is at the Fruitport 5-yard line. We're here at Robert H. Doc Pierce Field in Fruitport, playing on the AstroTurf. There's a carry, Hackert, touchdown, Orioles! Chase Hackert had all the Fruitport defense completely fooled on that one right there. They went for the handoff right there, and Hackert had nothing but open space in front of him. He scores on a 5-yard touchdown run. And Ludington will go up 13-8 with 4:55 to go in the opening quarter. Talk about an exciting first quarter.
Yeah, excellent read there by Chase, right? As the defense kind of collapsed on Trey there, kind of kept it at the last second, and just kind of snuck out there untouched for the touchdown for the Orioles.
Miles Wilson into attempt the point after. It's up, and it is good. Ludington 14, Fruitport 8, 4:55 to go, opening quarter. You're listening to 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned, those fans.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh-pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S., and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Welcome back to Fruitport, to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. The Ludington Orioles have just won on top of the Fruitport Trojans 14-8, 4:55 to go, opening quarter. Ludington's 2 touchdowns, One coming on a touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to slot back Aiden Gilchrist. And the other touchdown, a 5-yard run by quarterback Chase Hackert. How many yards was that first touchdown, Evan?
First touchdown was
23?
a 23-yarder, yes.
23-yard touchdown pass from Hackert to Aiden Gilchrist. And Miles Wilson getting set to kick off right now. I have a feeling Ludington's going to have to score a lot.
Yep, it's going to be a track meet, Scoop. It's going to be a race to who can score more.
There's another high kick by the Orioles, and the Orioles have done it again! The Orioles have recovered again on the sky kick!
Oh.
Miles Wilson with that sky kick right there, and you see who come up? Was that Luke Hackert?
It definitely was Luke in there.
Luke Hackert was around the ball right there. He's the Orioles special teams guru.
Fruitport's claiming they have it, but that's not what I saw.
Let's see here. No, I think what happened? Because it is Fruitport football. Okay. It is Fruitport football. We apologize.
Luke must have not been able to secure. He definitely had his hands on it first, but it must have, it's on the far side of the field, so we must have just kind of missed it coming out there.
The best thing we can see on that other side is that illuminated number 1, the down marker. I like that.
Yep, that is nice.
All right, so it is Fruitport football. They have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. A near miss, or a near Oriole offensive possession right there. Colby Nelson coming up and there's a late penalty marker just thrown as well. Nelson, a great stop right there. Carrying the ball was the Trojans' bell cow, number 21, Pascal Jolman.
Colby's getting really good penetration up front. That's about the 3rd time he's already done that, just beating his man at the ball and been in the backfield. Got a face mask on the Orioles, though.
Yep, face mask on the Orioles. Speaking of Colby Nelson, we want to send out an Oriole Sports Network Bravo Zulu salute to the following Ludington Oriole football players on being named to the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division All-Conference First Team. On defense, Colby Nelson at defensive tackle, Trey Forfinski at linebacker, and Gage Jones, the Orioles heat-seeking missile, at defensive back. On offense, first team, West Michigan Conference, Trey Forfinski at tailback, Aiden Gilchrist at wide receiver, Levi Lehman at tight end, and Adam Keffer at the right tackle position. Here's a run, and Jolman... Actually, that was
Fieldstra.
Fieldstra on the carry right there, and making the tackle for the Orioles was their super sophomore, number 30, Dom Wheaton. So that's Orioles well represented on the All West Michigan Conference team. Okay, Fruitport now. Jolman on the carry, trying to string things out. Boy, is he elusive. And Ludington just doing a nice job right there to allow him. Well, he did get the first down right there, but they did a good job not to let that one break.
Yeah, it's all about containing him, Scoop. He's going to get the yards. He's going to have, he's going to get his is really the best way I can say it, but it's just about kind of containing him as best as you can.
It looked like Colby Nelson again in on that play right there. So it's 1st and 10 for Fruitport. Ball on their 45-yard line. 3:40 to go, opening quarter. Jolman now, he's in Dom Wheaton. Passes away, and it's caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Fruitport.
Wow.
Jolman to Jolman. 55-yard touchdown pass there from Colin Jolman to Pascal Jolman. And Fruitport has, you talk about a quick strike offense.
Quick strike, and that's the thing. We score. You can tell they don't put their heads down. They're not where they know they can score. The Orioles got to keep answering.
Penalty marker down, though.
Oh.
Penalty marker down. I was about to say it's tied up at 14, but wait a second, folks. Penalty marker. And we're going to have an
illegal man downfield.
Legal man downfield on Fruitport. So that long 55-yard touchdown pass is wiped off the books. Ball is taken back to the Fruitport 40-yard line. Ludington up 14-8, 3:29 to go, opening quarter. Division 4 opening round playoff game. I guess you would call this the pre-district game. Or you could call it a district semifinal, too. I guess you would be...
We'll call it a district semifinal.
That sounds a little bit better. Okay, 1st and 15 for Fruitport. 3:29 to go, opening quarter. Ludington up 14-8. It's good to see all the Ludington fans and Ludington band here as well tonight. All right, Jolman will keep, And the tackle made out there by, is that Lehman or
Levi.
Forfinski? Levi Lehman with the tackle right there.
Number 9, Lehman.
That was quite a collision there between Lehman and Colin Jolman.
And 8 for Ludington.
Second down and 8 for Fruitport. 3:03 to go, opening quarter. The Orioles up 14-8. Oriole touchdowns coming via a pass from Chase Hackert to Aiden Gilchrist and a 5-yard touchdown run by Chase Hackert. Uh-oh.
There he goes.
There goes Gilman, and he's gone to the end zone, folks. Boy, he turns on the Jets, and nobody's going to catch him.
Excellent job, too. You know, he's patient, right? He let his offensive line there kind of form the hole there, and then he just put his foot in the ground and just went. No one even came within 5 yards of him.
You got a 52-yard touchdown run there, Evan?
53.
53-yard touchdown run by the Trojans. Number 21, Pascal Jolman. Coach Gunsel said he was a dynamic back. He said, Scoop, we've seen some decent backs this year, but the back we're going to see tonight, and Pascal Jolman by far is the best that we'll see.
Something to watch here, Scoop. Just a side note, Fruitport has a incorrect scoreboard on the score, so we'll keep an eye on that.
It is 14 apiece. They're going to go for 2 as they always do. Jolman is in, so it should read 15-14 right now. No, 16-14. Again, I'm glad I got you two mathematicians.
No. There's a reason I teach social studies, not math.
Well, Fruitport is up 16-14, 2:47 to go, and a very eventful first quarter between the Trojans and the Orioles. And we want to thank some more of our great sponsors, beginning with Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the road, but if you do end up with a scrape, if you're an offender bender, or if you suffer major collision damage, call Benny, 231-613-4111. That's Benedict's Auto Center, located at 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. All right, back deep for the Orioles will be Aiden and Nathan Gilchrist. And kicking off for Fruitport, number 4, and that's Johnny Sawyer. Fruitport 16, Ludington 14. You look at the games Fruitport has played this year, and the scores, my goodness, it's like a pinball machine, Evan.
Yeah, they like to score in bunches.
32-20. They started the year with a win over Grand Rapids, Kennewa Hills, and we'll go over some more of these scores in a bit. All right, here's the kick, fielded there by Aiden Gilchrist. Aiden's got some room, and he's out to the 40 trying to break a tackle, still on his feet. Boy, nice return there by Aiden Gilchrist. And Gilchrist gets out near the Oriole 45. Late flag coming in.
A lot of those late flags so far tonight.
Yeah, there's both teams there's another late flag coming in. Both teams are very, what the word I'm looking for, Evan, right now. Help me out.
Little chippy, maybe?
Chippy, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Very chippy here in the first quarter. These two longtime conference rivals, first in the Seaway Conference, then in the Western Waterways activities, and then in the Lakes 8 Conference. The last game, again, played between the two schools was in 2015. These two teams started playing games against each other in 1968. It's a series that Fruitport has done very well in. They have a 37-6-2 record against the Orioles. And I hate bringing that up, Evan.
Yeah.
Being that I bleed,
it's tough to hear, I'll be honest.
Being that I bleed orange and black, it's awfully tough for me to bring that up. The last win the Orioles had was 1989 against Fruitport.
I think I told you this, Scoop. I think it's the first time Ludington football has cheered to play Fruitport in a game when we got our announcement. It was quite different. Well, as someone, and there's someone who grew up watching Fruitport play Ludington, it was definitely a different kind of reaction. Long confab again.
You knew you were either going to get Fruitport or Whitehall in your opening game. So, All right, we're having a conference down here. 2:37 to go in the opening quarter. Fruitport 16, Ludington 14.
Not sure what we're.
You look at our playoff history, Evan. Ludington's first playoff team was 1989. Class B. The game was played at Oriole Field. DeWitt 8, Ludington 6. DeWitt went on to be Class B state runner-up that year, losing to Farmington Hills Harrison by 1 point. A 1999, 89 team coached by Tom Sarazinski Unfortunately, here the penalty being marked off against the Orioles. So that's going to take them back after that fine return by Aiden Gilchrist. It's going to take them all the way back to their own 29-yard line. 1999, Steve Brocklebank, the coach. Division III at Houseman Field in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids Catholic 34, Ludington 16. All right, we got a timeout on the field. We're going to give you the rest of this history right here. 2011, Division IV at Escanaba. Escanaba 35, Ludington 21, 2016 Division 4. And these are all Charlie Gunsel coach teams. Division 4 at Alma, Alma 28, Ludington 7, 2018 Division 4 again at Escanaba. Great game. That was a pleasure to call that game. Escanaba 27, Ludington 20, 2019 Division 4 at Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie 46, Ludington 6. That was 2 weeks prior to that. Ludington won in week 8 at Oriole Field 31-14. And then we go up to Sault Ste. Marie and everything went wrong that day. 2020 Division 4 at Oriole Field, Ludington's first playoff victory, 18-15 over Bay City John Glenn. 2020 Division 4 at Oriole Field, Sault Ste. Marie 22, Ludington 16. The Sioux won that game on the last play of the game. And now we have 2022, the Ludingtons and Fruitport here at Fruitport. Right now, Fruitport up 16-14, 2:37 to go in the opening quarter.
You know, the Orioles have done a lot well this first quarter, Scoop, but we've still made a kind of shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. You know, we had a chance for that second offside. We've had a few penalties here. You know, those are things we cannot do in this playoff game if we hope to come out of here with a win.
Yeah, you're right. The Ludington offense has done a number of good things here. And we're just going to have to find a way for our defense to step up. Hackert's pass is incomplete. It was intended out there, I believe, was that Trey Forfinski?
That was Trey out there. The ball must have slipped out of Chase's hand. That ball really sailed towards the sideline. I mean, that was probably a good 6-7 feet over Trey's head.
I'm sure it slipped out. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball on the Oriole, let's see here. They got it on the 29-yard line, actually. So 2nd and 10, 2:33 to go. Orioles trail by 2, 16-14. 7-2 Orioles, 4-2 West Michigan Conference Lakes Division against the 7-2 Fruitport Trojans, 6-1 co-champions of the Ottawa-Kent Conference Blue Division. Hackert looks left, now he looks right, and pass incomplete, and that was intended out there for Forfinski. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 right there.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to set up a little screen there, but just the timing was off. You know, Chase, I think the ball came out just a little late, and Fruitport was able to react in time.
Yeah. First 2 plays here, the Oriole offense has looked a little bit out of sync. You know,
Well, I think the penalties have something to do with it, too. A lot of standing around kind of waiting. You know, this game has been so fast flying, and all of a sudden you just stop. That's very hard to do for both sides.
Yeah, it is. And maybe that's one of the only ways to slow down this Fruitport offense.
This is true. This is a good point.
All right, 3rd and 10 for the Orioles. Hackert looks over the Fruitport defense. I can see where that could be a dilemma for a quarterback looking over that defense. Here's a pass complete to Lehman, and Lehman's going to be dropped at about the Oriole 35, maybe 36-yard line. He's going to be 3 yards short of a first down.
Really good overfield tackle there by, was that Pascal, number 21?
Yeah, that was. He's all over the field, not only offensive weapon, but also on defense, too. And I can see why Grand Valley State is licking their chops to get
absolutely
Pascal Jolman.
Really big moment here for the Orioles special teams here. You know, the new long snapper Max Flannery, see if we can execute this.
Exactly. You know, we heard about the bad news on Big Country, Matthew Westhouse, his injury. Good snap. Wilson's kick is off and away, and it's going to be a short kick, and Fruitport's going to have excellent field position right there. He got the ball away under heavy pressure. Fruitport's going to start out 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 1:42 to go, opening quarter. Fruitport 16, Ludington 14. And we want to send out some love to Crown and Cork Restaurant, open Monday through Thursday from 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays 4:30 to 10 p.m. Everything made with fresh and when possible with locally sourced ingredients. Located at 502 West Loomis across from the Ludington Marina. Check our Facebook page for our specials. That's the Crown and Cork Restaurant. Okay, 1st and 10 for Fruitport. Ball on their own 46-yard line. They have a 2-point lead, 16-14. Jolman is the quarterback. This is a backwards pass. That's a lateral. Jolman to Jolman, and he's breaking tackles. He's got a Fruitport first down. Trey Forfinski was able to trip him up right there. But you look, even when he's brought down, Evan, he's always going forward.
Yeah, Trey was just able to get really his shoelace, it looked like. I don't know how that tripped him up, but able just to get enough, obviously. Because if Trey wasn't able to get him there, that would probably been another house call.
Pascal Jolman It looks like he just glides out there.
Yeah, effortless.
It does. It does
Probably
look
the best back we've seen all year.
Yeah,
We've seen some really good
we
backs.
have, but there's no doubt. Nice tackle there by Trey Forfinski as he brings down the Trojans' Cody Nash.
Another great open field tackle by Trey.
That was. Trey Forfinski making the West Michigan Conference first team, both on offense and defense, and that takes quite a football player to do that.
And Trey is all of that and more.
Exactly. So at gain of 2 on the play there, 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans. 48 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Fruitport 16, Ludington 14. Colin Jolman is the quarterback. In motion is Cody Nash. They'll give it straight ahead now. Pascal Jolman, Orioles going in there trying to strip that football. They did a nice job gang tackling him right there, and he still gained 4 or 5 yards. Looked like both the Gilchrist twins in on the tackle, along with the Orioles' heat-seeking missile, Gage Jones, who made that phenomenal catch last week against Mason County Central. I know a lot of Oriole fans. We were trying to get that on ESPN's top 10 plays of the day. Good effort by Oriole Nation to get that up and running, but it did not happen. That's all right, Gage. We know it. We all know it should have.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay. That is the end of the first quarter. What an entertaining first quarter here from Robert H. Doc Pierce Field in Fruitport. Your score, the Fruitport Trojans 16, the Ludington Orioles 14. Back in just a bit, folks. After these messages, you are listening to 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports. Welcome back to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field at Fruitport. A beautiful night for high school football playoffs. Fruitport and Ludington. On the carry is, nice move there. And that was Nash Cooper on the carry for the Fruitport Trojans before he's brought down by Levi Lehman. But substantial gain right there all the way down to the Oriole 13-yard line.
Fruitport ran that play a couple times where they bring that wide receiver and just do that little pitch pass there, or you want a little pop pass, whatever you want to call that, and it's worked really well with them getting on the edge.
Fruitport in these gray jerseys, gray pants, white lettering, white numerals, I should say. The blue helmet with the Florida F on it. Now here's a little razzle-dazzle. Jolman has it. Oh my goodness! What a catch out there. Jolman to his brother, Colin Jolman to Pascal Jolman. He made just an absolutely fantastic catch right there. One-handed catch.
That's the best catch I think I've ever seen at the high school level.
Yeah. Gage's last week was phenomenal. But that catch that Pascal Jolman just made was absolutely incredible.
That ball was behind him, and he went up with a hand and caught it from behind his head and brought it down and somehow controlled his body.
He caught it at the 2-yard line where he was brought down. And actually, he'll carry right now, and Ludington does a good job. They prevent him from getting into the end zone right there. It looked like
Trey was definitely in there. There's a couple others in there as well.
Trey was in there, and also it looked like Gage Jones coming up from his free safety position. And also Dom Wheaton. So we have a 2nd down and goal to go, 10:34 to go. In the opening half, Fruitport 16, Ludington 14. Here's a handoff. Ludington again. He was able to break the tackle, and I believe he's in.
Yeah, he's in.
Wow.
Looked like we had him stopped for a loss there, Scoop.
We did have. The Orioles had him stopped for about a 1 or 2 yard loss. He was able to break the tackle. Pascal Jolman in for a Fruitport touchdown. you know what Coach Gunsel was saying earlier, everything he said about this Pascal Jolman, true, he is a magnificent running back. Fruitport is up now 22-14, 10:23 to go in the opening half. Excuse me.
Going back to that catch scoop, that was one of the most athletic plays I think a high school kid can make. Holy
cow.
cow.
Believe he was able to contort his body that way to turn and make the catch. Ludington tonight in their white jerseys, white tops, white pants, black helmet with the orange O on. Fruitport going for the 2 again. Pascal Jolman in motion. They're going to run a halfback pass now. He's wide open in the end zone. And the pass from number 44, Andrew Fieldstraw, to number 21, Pascal Jolman. Ludington now trails by 10, 24-14 with 10:23 to go in this opening half. We'd like to thank Ludington Paint and Glass. They have been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint, the local source for all your painting projects. Give owner Matt Ewing a call at 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at www.ludingtonpaint.com. You know, I was looking at some of the predictions coming out of the Muskegon area, and most everybody was predicting Fruitport in this game, and one of the predictions was 34-14. Well, you know, it's 10:23 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think we're going to get past that for both teams.
In Fruitport 24, Ludington 14. Fruitport set to kick off. Johnny Sawyer will kick off for Fruitport. He wears number 4. The Gilchrist twins back deep. And the kick is going to go out of bounds. So that'll give the Orioles the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is where we kind of need a drive scoop, just kind of settle things down a little bit. It's been really hectic, really crazy. You know, one of those slow, methodical drives, you know, try to get the ball in Trey's hands. Just kind of grind our way back here slowly but surely.
Orioles have done a lot of nice things on offense in this first half. We had the 23-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to slot back Aiden Gilchrist, and of course the 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Chase Hackert. Orioles going to have to keep the foot on the gas for the entire game, and the defense is going to have to come up. I love what they did, the wrinkle with the sky kick to start the game off. Here we go. Cole Hackert is in the game right now. And Chase Hackert will keep. Hackert cuts it in. He's at midfield. 45. He's at the 40. And he's caught right there. And probably saving a touchdown for Fruitport was Cody Nash, number 8.
Another great decision. Oh, late flag again.
No, another penalty marker down. And Ludington's all coming back on this one. They're off. You can see their offensive linemen moving back.
Yeah, that's just the big mistake by the Orioles there, because it was such a great play by Chase. He's done that a couple times where he holds it the last second, then keeps, and the whole defense commits to Trey, and he hit the hole, but it's coming back with that sound like a block in the back.
So that's going to wipe out that long gain there by Chase Hackert. Block in the back on Ludington. So they will have the ball at their own 29-yard line. What do we got, Evan? 1st and 15?
1st and 16.
First and 16 for the Orioles. You see Cole Hackert in that formation right there. They'll give it straight ahead for Finsky. Not much at all right there. Might have got a hard-earned yard.
On the stop for the Trojans, number 52, Wiggins.
Making the stop, Ricky Wiggins for Fruitport. What do you think of these Fruitport jerseys, Evan? I know that Rob Killips...
Rob Killips is probably going to be the biggest fan, as they are everything in this field, except for their midfield logo, is based off the Florida Gators. Their head coach must be the big Gators fan here.
The helmet got the Florida F on it on the one side. The other side, blank. Looks like they have some sort of big play.
Yeah, kind of the big play stickers.
Big play stickers, yeah. All right, here, Hackert looking now. He goes, running, he's got a receiver open. Sunshine, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Oh, and he's just tripped up. David Sunshine Schillinger. Boy, I never thought anybody would catch him.
Pascal can catch him.
Pascal Jolman probably the only player on the field who could catch him, and he just tripped him up at the Fruitport 7-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there from quarterback Chase Hackert.
Really like using Dave as a wide receiver. We haven't seen that yet this year. That's definitely a different wrinkle that Fruitport does not have on film.
To wide receiver David Sunshine Schillinger, number 3, who usually lines up either at a tailback or at a slot back position. First down, goal to go for the Orioles. Ball at the Fruitport 7-yard line, 8:54 to go in the second quarter. Hackert, he'll keep Hackert trying to get to the outside. Now he's going to cut it back, and he's going to lose a yard right there. And we have an Oriole down. That does not look good. There is an Oriole down. We cannot see the number.
Is that Trey?
Let's see here.
No, it's not. You're right.
That's one of the offensive linemen, I do believe. And while we have an officials timeout, we're going to step aside. Fruitport 24, Ludington 14, 8:38 to go. Second quarter, you're listening to 102.7 WMOM and the OSN. Stay tuned, O's fans.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Orioles Sports Network.
Welcome back, Oriole fans, to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field here at Fruitport. Beautiful facility here. They went to the AstroTurf, and Ludington right now trails Fruitport 24-14, 8:38 to go. We're still not sure who the injured Oriole is. Still down on the field right there, but we just asked Evan, who calculated, and the yardage on the pass and catch there from quarterback Chase Hackert to David Sunshine Schillinger from his wide receiver position, 64 yards.
It looks like Michael Nichols was the injured Oriole. He's standing up, but he's definitely hobbling. Yep, that's Michael.
That is Mike Nichols, the Orioles center. He wears number 55. Miss Jen Mraz, the LHS athletic trainer out there, along with the Fruitport athletic trainer, Coach Charlie Gunsel out there, and Mike Nichols being assisted to the sideline. You can see his dad is out there, who's also one of Ludington's assistant coaches.
Yeah, definitely in some pain here. Hopefully nothing too serious here.
Yeah. In fact, you look at Michael Nichols' dad, Mike Nichols, he's the offensive line coach, and they're getting him off the field right now. Ludington, a second down and goal to go. Ball on the Fruitport 8-yard line, so a loss of 1 on that last play.
Looks like Will Luce is going to check into the game here.
Hackert.
That's a
high snap, Hackert. No, that's not Hackert.
That's a wildcat to Trey.
That was a wildcat to Trey Forfinski. The snap had a little too much on it. It was high. Hackert did. Forfinski did a nice job just to able to maintain possession of that football. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal to go for the Orioles from the 13-yard line. So
it's so tough when you lose your center like that, Scoop. You know that there's an example of it. You know, just that rhythm and timing that Michael has had all year. It's just gone, just like that.
So Will Luce has moved over to the center position.
That's what we'll have to confirm, but I thought I saw Will.
52. No, that'd be Charlie Gamble. I think Charlie Gamble's the center now.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlie Gamble's the center. There's a good snap. Hackert's pass is complete. Now dropped. Okay, he had it Gage Jones. It was thrown to Jones. I'll see if Coach decides to attempt the field goal. Let's see here. I believe. Well, let's see.
Looks like we're staying in there.
Yep,
Field goals aren't going to win this game.
That's for sure.
You're going to have to get in the end zone. So I like this call by Coach Gunsel.
I totally agree with you, Evan. Yeah, field goals, the way Fruitport's scoring points, you're going to have to put it into the end zone, and you're going to have to continue putting it into the end zone. And Ludington will go for it now. 4th down, goal to go. Ball on the Fruitport 13-yard line. 7:50 left in the second quarter. Hackert, he'll send Schillinger in motion. Passes away, and it is incomplete. Tried to get the ball out there to Aiden Gilchrist. In coverage for Fruitport was number 5, Caden Beardsley.
You know, Aiden was almost able to bring that with one hand, but good job closing the distance there by Fruitport there just to break it up just in time.
You know, Evan, we talked about this Fruitport scores this year. They defeated Grand Rapids Kennewaw Hills 32-20. They lost to Grand Rapids Christian 41-34. Defeated Allendale 50-35. These sound like basketball games.
Yes, they do.
They lost to Hudsonville Unity Christian 60-46. Defeated Coopersville 37-20. Defeated their arch rival Spring Lake 33-6 in the battle for the paddle. They also won that big game over Grand Rapids West Catholic 28-20 to split the conference championship with them. Defeated Hamilton 61-36 and they defeated Holland Christian 52-21.
It's like we're having a false start there to start this drive for Fruitport.
Illegal procedure on Fruitport. 7:45 to go, second quarter. Fruitport 24, Ludington 14. Scoop Hansen, Evan Cruzy, and Braden Kronline with you. Braden, of course, our OSN WMOM technical engineer. Evan doing the color commentary tonight, and Coach Gunsel, statistician. Yours truly on the play-by-play call. Okay, Pascal. No, that is, yes. Boy, look at, he is something to watch.
Wow.
Look at the moves. Pascal, and he's going to go all the way. Unless he can be, no, he can't. Oh my goodness, goody golly me, wow.
Well, he stiff-armed Cole Johnson initially, then he juked out Gage Jones, and then it was just a foot race and no one on this field's going to catch him.
He is, I'll tell you what, I'm a Ludington Oriole through and through fan. I always will be. I bleed orange and black, but I'll tell you what, watching this Pascal Jolman run, it's...
We have an injured Oriole there. It looks like Cole Johnson's down.
Phenomenal run right there by Pascal Jolman, and he is having an absolutely huge, can you say that again, huge first half. The yardage,
monstrous first half.
Yeah, the yardage he is racking up. Cole Johnson being assisted off the field. It looks good. He's walking on his own power. If I was Cole Johnson, I wouldn't feel too bad. I'm sure that Jolman has done that to a lot of quarterbacks.
It's not to make anyone feel bad. It was just that's what he does. He's an incredible player. You know, and he just has that second and third gear once he gets an open
fourth
field.
And fifth and sixth.
Maybe even a 10th gear.
They'll go for two once again, Fruitport, and their quarterback, Jolman, and he's in for two. Fruitport 32, Ludington 14, 7:26 to go, opening half. You are listening to 102.7 WM and the OSN. Stay tuned, O's fans.
Welcome to Crown and Cork, Ludington's only waterfront kitchen and bar. We invite you to come in and experience our casual, fine dining with little or no wait. You don't need to wait for a special occasion. We are open Monday through Saturday, featuring craft cocktails, an extensive wine selection, and a seasonal changing menu that highlights what the Great Lakes have to offer. Guests rave about our signature Crown and Cork burger, maple Burmese salmon, and Great Lakes fish and chips. We will be excited to hear what your favorite is. Bring your entire family. We encourage your children to explore our play area while waiting for food from our kid-approved menu. Summer and fall, we are open Monday through Thursday from 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4:30 to 10 p.m. We encourage you to confirm times via our website, Facebook, or Yelp. Be sure to add Crown and Cork on your list of great locations to visit in Ludington. We hope to serve you soon.
Welcome back to Fruitport and Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. You know, Evan, I've seen some great running backs while growing up here, in Ludington. And running backs like Jim Bowman from Cadillac, Curtis Adams from Muskegon Orchard View, and, of course, Johnny Williams from Muskegon Reese Puffer. You can add this Pascal Jolman to that list. Just a dynamic running back, and he's given his Fruitport Trojans a 32-14 lead. Here's the kickoff. Fumbled, and I think Fruitport, let's see here.
It's going to be, I think it might be Ludington. It's going to be close.
Let's see here. I think the Orioles were able, they were. Whoa, that was close. Recovered by Nathan Gilchrist. So Ludington will start off. They trail 32-14. 7:22 to go in the opening half. Shout out and happy birthday wishes to Andrew Talsma, big Orioles fan, loves tuning in and listening in to the Oriole Sports Network and WMOM. Also to Eddie and Bruce Lemire. I ran into those two gentlemen last night at Old Hamlin. Had a good chat with them. They say they enjoy checking out Oriole football games on the Oriole Sports Network. Orioles set with 4 receivers to the far side. 1st and 10. Hackert looking over the Fruitport defense now, and he's going to keep, and not much right there. Gets the ball out maybe to the 21-yard line. Well, actually, maybe the 22. Penalty markers down?
Yeah, this sounds like another penalty.
Lots of penalties in this first half. Been able to keep up with the yardage on those penalties, Evan?
I think I'm all set. It's been a crazy first half stats-wise.
Certainly has.
Oh, we're going to have... this might just be no play. Might be just a legal motion or...
Legal procedure is the call.
Illegal procedure on the Orioles. We want to thank Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368.
5-yard penalty. It will remain first down. First down.
So the Orioles penalized there. It'll bring up a 1st and 15. 7:16 to go, second quarter. Fruitport 32, Ludington 14. Opening round, Division 4 MHSAA playoff action on an absolutely beautiful night for high school football here at Fruitport.
Not bad for almost November.
Oh, this is gorgeous weather. Hackert, long count right here. He'll keep, and not much right there. Fruitport defense being stingy right there.
On the stop for the Trojans, number 17.
Making the tackle for Fruitport, number 7, Eli Juarez. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. No gain on the play. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. Fruitport with this unique defense, Evan.
Yeah, definitely a look I don't think we've seen so far this year.
There's a pass incomplete intended there for Gage Jones, overthrown. In coverage for Fruitport was number 1, Colin Jolman, and number 17, Bobby Canfield.
You know, this defense was not getting down in stance right. They have so many guys just standing there. They're able to basically get a running start at chase. So it's really challenging for offensive linemen. You know, when they come up to pass block, they have to be quick and they have to be ready to go because Fruitport is coming almost every single time we throw the ball.
Good observation there, Evan. Happy birthday wishes to Nick Patterson. Ludington graduate. All right, in motion for Finsky. Passes away, and it's going to be overthrown. Actually, underthrown right there. Levi Lehman was the then Nathan Gilchrist was the closest Oriole receiver. Covering him was Colin Jolman. And that was probably the least successful drive the Oriole offense has had in this first half.
Yeah, you know, that early penalty, it just kind of puts the Orioles off schedule. You know, we were running the ball really well, and it puts us in predictable passing situations there. So Fruitport kind of, you know, they can just send the house at us and trust their extremely fast DBs to win on one-on-one matchups.
Miles Wilson set the punt for the Orioles. Fruitport leads 32-14. 6:31 to go in this opening half, and we're going to step aside. You are listening to 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Welcome back to Fruitport. Ludington trails the Trojans of Fruitport 32-14. 6:31 to go in the opening half. It's been an offensive explosion here. Just nothing new to Fruitport. They put up points by the bunches here. Wilson's punt. Didn't get a good Oriole bounce right there. It goes out of bounds in front of the Oriole bench. So Fruitport will have the ball 1st and 10 and it looks like they'll be at they'll be at the Oriole 44-yard line. We want to thank McGee Insurance Group, your number one Oriole fans, auto owners insurance group, a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto owners insurance, so no problem, people. Visit the McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area school sports. 1st and 10 for Fruitport. Colin Jolman is their quarterback. He wears number 1. He's going to go for a long pass here. Incomplete, and closing quick for the Orioles was Gage Jones, able to break up that pass.
I actually think that was Cole Johnson there.
Was it Cole? Okay, I just saw number 1. Looks like Gage was going back there, so we'll give Cole Johnson credit on that one, and it was intended out there for, looked like number 8.
Yep.
And that was Cody Nash.
Yeah, really good job there by Cole. You know, he was actually initially beat. If that ball had been thrown a little better, I think they might have had a completion, but he did a nice job closing there, making a good, timely hit to break up that pass.
All I can say is I'm glad I'm going to be seeing Dr. Branning soon.
That's why we're here, Scoop. We got you.
My eye doctor. Okay, here's Jolman again. Look at Colby Nelson holding on for dear life right there, and he gets help there from Gage Jones, and also coming up there was Dom Wheaton to bring down the bell cow of the Fruitport Trojans, Pascal Jolman. That's one of the better stops they've had on him tonight, Evan.
Yeah, you just, like I said, you got to hold on for dear life and don't give up because he's not going to quit either.
And you know, you got Colby Nelson. He's a sure tackler, as is Gage Jones, both the Oriole linebackers. And this Pascal Jolman he's made it look relatively easy tonight against the Ludington Orioles thus far in this first half. All right, 3rd and 10 for Fruitport. In motion for the Trojans, number 11, Brandon Dornbos. Here's a pass, wide open. Oh, it's going to go for a touchdown. Colin Jolman to Bobby Canfield, touchdown Fruitport. Boy, they can put the points up, this Fruitport team.
Well, it's just so tough, too, because you got to respect the run so much, and they're able to get so many one-on-ones there, and, it was a great throw, and there's really nothing you can do, if you're trying to make sure you stop Pascal.
Colin Jolman, a nice arm.
Yeah, really good throw there as well.
He didn't look like he had much effort and just flicked that one out there. And look how far the ball traveled. And it's a, 40-some yards on that?
I'll get it here just 1 sec, Scoop.
All right, so another touchdown for Fruitport. They're up 38-14, 5:21 to go in the second quarter. On the run, and I think he still was able to... No, Ludington denies the two-pointer. Colin Jolman on the run right there. Ludington's defense prevents the two-pointer. Your score, Fruitport 38, Ludington 14, 5:21 to go in this opening half. And we want to send some love to some more of our great sponsors, beginning with Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union. Make sure you tune in to the Safe Harbor Credit Union halftime show. Indian Summer Ludington Orioles players in the spotlight. And those players tonight, the interview will be with Miguel Mendez, Colby Nelson, and Carter Nee. We also want to thank Smith & Eddy, our exclusive post-game show sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance, covering all of the Lakeshore. A caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. And happy birthday wishes also to Christine Ireland, who's celebrating a birthday today. Big Ludington Oriole fan, of course, the mother of both Cal and Jacob Ireland. A couple of pretty good athletes that came out of Ludington High School. In fact, Jacob playing football right now at Madonna University. All right, set to kick off for Fruitport, number 4, Johnny Sawyer. And the ball is fumbled. Oh, that's happened twice in a row. It looked like a carbon copy the last time it happened. Nathan Gilchrist able to recover it, and Ludington will start out 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
That last touchdown scoop by Fruitport, a 44-yard touchdown pass.
Thank you, Evan. 44-yard touchdown pass from Colin Jolman. to Bobby Canfield, Fruitport wide receiver. Ludington now with the ball at their own 20-yard line, 5:20 to go in this second quarter. They trail 38-14. Make sure you tune in at halftime, not only to that Indian Summer player in the spotlight, but Evan Cruzy will also have the stats. Orioles trying a run here to Nathan Gilchrist, and nothing going. In fact, we're going to have a loss on the play.
Loss on the play.
Did I hear I don't know, maybe we've seen so many flags right now.
Yeah.
I think I might be seeing them.
We're a little jumpy.
Yeah. Okay, no penalty down on that, but a loss on the play. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Orioles. Sunshine Schillinger in the game. And the Orioles center is number 52, Charlie Gamble. Now we're going to have penalty markers down and offsides on Fruitport, I believe.
You know, and there's probably something I'm going to guess they've dealt with all year. You know, if you're going to run this defense where everyone's standing up and ready to go, someone's going to get a little jumpy eventually and probably jump once or twice.
So I'm looking at the Oriole offensive line now. You got Keffer out there. You got Luce. You got Gamble. You got Corbin Wagonmaker. Trying to think who they've slid in there for. Charlie Gamble is the center. He's moved over from right guard to center right now. So it's a 2nd down and 8 for the Orioles. 4:17 to go in the second quarter. They trail 38-14. Hackert will keep. Hackert out over the 25-yard line right there. Aha. Oh, that's Corbin Wagonmaker. I was going to say I got the new lineman, or the lineman who's moved in there. Oh, there we go. Jace Rasmussen, number 65.
There you go.
He's a junior, and he is on offensive line now, getting some playing time with the injury to the Orioles starting center, Michael Nichols. Looks like he's moved over to the left tackle, I believe. All right, for the Orioles, 3rd and 8.
I think it was a 3rd and 5. I don't think they've changed the scoreboard yet.
Oh, I think you're right. Okay, Hackert's pass is complete. It's going to be an Oriole first down there. Aiden Gilchrist on the catch out over the 30-yard line. And he's brought down by number 5, Caden Beardsley.
Number 5, Beardsley.
First down, Ludington. Like to see the Orioles here with a long drive. Evan, eat up the remainder of this second quarter and punch it in at the end.
Yeah, huge 3rd down conversion there. You know, we could not give the ball back to Fruitport there. They've had way too much momentum. A score here is crucial to get back in this game heading into the second half.
Jace Rasmussen is the left tackle, folks, for Ludington Orioles. Okay, 1st and 10. Forfinski in motion, penalty marker down, and false start on the Orioles. Illegal procedure, false start, call it what you will.
Against Ludington. They'll back them up 5 yards.
Too many penalties by the Orioles this first half. Way too many penalties.
First down and 15 now for Ludington.
You look at that win that Fruitport had against Grand Rapids West Catholic, you know, in the OK Conference Blue Division. Grand Rapids West Catholic was ranked number 1 in Division 5 at the time, Evan.
You know, that was actually a low-scoring game relatively, too. It was 28-20, so that just shows you, you know, the defense West Catholic had to keep this Fruitport offense in check for only 28.
All right, in motion for the Orioles, Trey Forfinski. Hackert's pass is, he's got him out. Oh, he had him out there, but the time Gage Jones turned and looked for the ball. You can't fault Chase on that. He had to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, he stepped into a huge hit there. Yeah. I believe it was number 3 by Fruitport. Fielstra there just absolutely put a massive hit on Chase Hackers, released that ball.
He waylaid him. You're right, Evan. That was it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Orioles. 2:26 to go. Opening half. Fruitport 38, Ludington 14.
Chase did a nice job popping right back up, though. Let's give him credit. That was a huge hit.
He's a tough young man. Hackert now penalty markers down once again.
Flag on the play.
Yep, we're going to have encroachment on Fruitport.
Offside is the call against the Trojans. 5 yards.
So that'll give the Orioles 5 yards, and it'll put the ball at their 32-yard line.
10.
We'll also be passing along some scores to you folks if we receive them. Evan, probably get a few scores from
Yeah, we'll see what we can
Coach
find
Phillips. Yep. All right, the Orioles set. Hackert looking over the Fruitport defense. He's going to roll left. He's under duress. The pass is away. He's going to be picked off. Pass is picked off. Cody Nash with the interception for Fruitport. Nash still on his feet. Oh boy, he just got away from Guilford. Penalty marker down.
Flag on the play.
But a nice return there by Cody Nash all the way down to the Oriole, right around the 10-yard line. Penalty marker down, however. Hackert under heavy duress.
Yeah, heavy duress and then rolling, on that far side there. He's just not able to get a lot on that throw.
Block in the back is the call against the Trojans.
So the penalty is on Fruitport. That'll take it back. Let's see if it's a
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, so that'll bring the ball back. Fruitport will have it, though, first and 10
First down
at the
Trojans.
Oriole 38-yard line.
Listing at the 38-yard line of Ludington.
2:06 to go in the second quarter. Fruitport 38, Ludington 14. The Orioles jumped on top early. They had a 7-0 lead, but it didn't take long for Fruitport to get on the board. Ludington did take a lead again momentarily. And then Fruitport came right back, and now Orioles have not answered. Here's a pass. It is complete. That's Jolman to Jolman. Jolman, and it takes 2 or 3 Orioles to bring him down over there. Daniel Ramirez on the stop for the Orioles. What a big pickup there for Fruitport. As they go from the Oriole 38 down to the 16-yard line.
I'm sure you'll be able to describe it.
First and 10 for Fruitport. A little razzle-dazzle here on a reverse, and the Orioles doing a good job staying at home right there.
On the stop, number 24, Ramirez.
Ramirez on the stop. Cody Nash on the carry there for the Fruitport Trojans. And they have the ball down at the Oriole 13-yard line.
Second down.
We want to thank Urca Auto Center, Mason County's only locally owned new car dealer, serving Mason County for the past 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, your one place to shop for all of your automotive needs. Colin Jolman, number 1, the Fruitport quarterback, drops back in the pocket, got a receiver wide open, and it caught by number 10, Nash Cooper on the reception.
On the stop, number 11.
On the stop for the Orioles, number 11.
Trojan, first down.
Nathan Gilchrist on the tackle for the Orioles, but it's a first down for Fruitport. 1:06 to go in the second quarter. Trojans on top, 38-14.
You know, Fruitport's thrown the ball a lot more than I think we were expecting tonight, too, Scoop. Really a different look.
Jolman will keep, and Jolman is into the end zone. Touchdown, Fruitport. That's Colin Jolman, the twin brother of Pascal Jolman. Colin is the quarterback, wears number 1, and he scores on a 5-yard touchdown run. So Fruitport now leads 44-14. 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Looks like Evan does have some scores to report.
Yeah, well, how about we'll get them to you right after this. Yep, right after this play here.
Sounds good, Evan. Be interesting to see if there's any surprises.
There is. I will tell you right now, there are a couple surprises.
Oh, wow. So Fruitport going for 2. Again, they have a 44-14 lead. Jolman And now he'll go in. Boy, he went in untouched right there, Evan.
By number 1.
Colin Jolman with a 2-pointer. Fruitport 46, Ludington 14. 53 seconds to go in the opening half. We're going to step aside, and you are listening to 102.7 WMOM and the OSN. Stay tuned.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Welcome back to Fruitport's Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. Fruitport just scored again. They're up 46-14, 53 seconds to go. Evan's got a few scores to report from area games.
Yeah, we'll try to go quick here. Thank you to Rob Killips once again for doing this all year for us. Whitehall up 21-0 over Big Rapids at the half. Oak Ridge up 32-0 over Shepherd at the half. Ravenna, surprisingly so far, over North Muskegon 10-7 at halftime. Montague down to Reed City 24-0. Manistee up at Boyne City up 20-7. Tri-County over Belding right now 22-18. Muskegon Mona Shores 42-0 over Traverse City Central.
Thank you, Rob Killips, on those. Luke Hackert on the return right there. He gets the ball to the Oriole 30-yard line. That's where the Orioles take over. 1st and 10, 47 seconds to go in this opening half. Fruitport 46, Ludington 14. Excuse me. All right. See what the Orioles do here with 47 seconds to go, Evan, in this first half.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really gotten away after that really exciting back and forth first quarter. Fruitport has now scored 30 unanswered, I believe.
I was going to say it continues to run up, and now it looks like we have a timeout on the field. We're going to stay right here. We'd like to send out belated happy birthday wishes to Ludington Orioles girls varsity tennis coach Larry Brown, and also a shout out to my sister and brother-in-law who are here in attendance. In fact, they're now living here in Fruitport. Shay and Lamonte Harris, along with daughters Ryan and Reagan, are here with our mom Sharon and her husband Rick, attending the game tonight. And my sister come over. We were about starting the pregame show, and she was pointing out her Fruitport hat on, and I looked down at her and I said, "Hey, you're a Ludington Oriole."
Scoop, did you know about the biggest birthday today?
The biggest birthday today is?
That'd be Matthew Big Country Westhouse. Turns 18 today.
Happy birthday wishes to Big Country. So sad when I got the news the other day about his unfortunate injury. It looks like it's going to take him out of his basketball season for his senior year. It's a really, really tough break for a great young man.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. He's worked so hard to get to this point, too, but he's going to bounce back. He's going to learn a lot from this.
This will make him stronger. You're right. Okay, here's a handoff. Joe Benz on the carry. Nice hard running there by Joe Benz. And he wears number 20. He's a junior, and he's brought down by number 1, Colin Jolman. He said it was kind of a freak accident late in the Mason County Central game on a long snap, Evan.
Yeah, we didn't even see it up in the booth.
No, we didn't. Just, I guess a player from Mason County Central just landed wrong on him, or in the right location.
Just wrong, I would say.
Yeah, wrong, exactly. All right, we have 11 seconds to go in the opening half. Ludington with a 2nd and 2.
Doesn't look like we're going to run a play here.
Hackert just looking at the Fruitport defense, and there is the horn. We are at the half in this Division 4 MHSAA playoff game from Fruitport. Your score at the half, Fruitport 46, Ludington 14. Back in 2 minutes here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned, O's fans.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future products. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value, being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
Welcome back to Fruitport. Fruitport 46, Ludington 14, a Division 4 opening round playoff game. We want to thank Safe Harbor Credit Union, our exclusive halftime show sponsor, where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington or give them a call, 843-2323. Safe Harbor Credit Union. And we also want to send a shout out to Indian Summer, our exclusive player in the Spotlight sponsor of tonight. Will be exclusive players in the Spotlight sponsor. Indian Summer, proud to be a sponsor of the OSN and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. Evan Cruzy with the stats, and I think these stats are going to be pretty eye-popping when you hear the half that the Fruitport Trojans had.
Yeah, we'll start with total offense. Ludington 185 yards, Fruitport 381. Through the air, Orioles have 160 to Fruitport's 134. Rushing, those where you see the big difference. Ludington only 25 yards on the ground compared to Fruitport's 247 yards. Penalties, we talked about that a lot so far. There's been a lot, but it's even for the most part. Ludington 5 for 55, Fruitport 6 for 45. Going down to individual stats here, Ludington, Chase Hackert 6 for 14, 1 touchdown, 1 reception with 160 yards. Rushing, Hackert's also leading rusher, which is 13 yards, but that 1 score. Receiving, Schillinger with the 1 catch with 64 yards. Going down to Fruitport here, Pascal there, number 21, 224 yards and 3 scores in just 1 half already, averaging 18.7 a carry.
Wow.
Defensively for the Orioles, led by Trey Forfinski with 4.5 tackles, Levi Lehman with 3.
Then we see now why the Trojans' Pascal Jolman was a 1,800-yard rusher this football season. Folks, we want to send some love out and shout outs to some of our great sponsors. Tonight's game is brought to you by House of Flavors Manufacturing, Smith & Eddy Insurance, Pure Marquette Builders, Safe Harbor Credit Union, Indian Summer, Benedict's Auto Center, Lundquist Furniture, Crown & Cork Restaurant, Ludington Paint and Glass, McGee's Insurance, and Urca's Auto Center. Thank you for your sponsorship of the Orioles, and as always, go O's. And again, we thank you, sponsors, for your sponsorship through this entire football season and into the Orioles girls and boys basketball season, which will be coming up next month. So Ludington here trailing 46-14 to a very talented Fruitport Trojans team. You got the stats there from Evan Cruzy, Coach Charlie Gunsel's official statistician, also our color commentary man tonight. And in fact, right now, before we get to those players in the spotlight, I'm going to run down the scoring summary for you. The Orioles got on top first, and with 8:58 to go in the opening quarter, quarterback Chase Hackert found slot back Aiden Gilchrist for a 22-yard touchdown pass. The point after kick by Miles Wilson was true. Ludington was out to a 7-0 lead. Fruitport came right back, and at the 7:44 mark, touchdown from their quarterback Colin Jolman to, let's see, there we go, to Bobby Canfield was good from 8 yards out. 2-point conversion run by Colin Jolman was good. and that gave Fruitport an 8-7 lead. Then with 4:55 to go in the opening quarter, quarterback Chase Hackert scored on a 5-yard touchdown run. Miles Wilson's point after was true. That gave Ludington a 14-8 lead. It was a lead that they did not hold on to for, actually a little over 2 minutes. And Fruitport went back on top as Pascal Jolman scored on a 53-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion again on the run was good by Colin Jolman, and that gave the Trojans a 16-14 lead. That was it for the first quarter. The second quarter, all Fruitport at the 10:23 mark. Pascal Jolman scored on a 1-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion pass was successful, and it was from number 44, Andrew Fielstra, to number 17, Bobby Canfield, and that gave the Trojans a 10-point lead at 24-14. Then with 7:26 to go, Pascal Jolman scored on an electrifying 93-yard touchdown run, a 2-point conversion run, again good by his twin brother Colin Jolman, and that gave the Trojans a 32-14 lead. With 5:21 to go in the second quarter, quarterback Colin Jolman hit number 17, Bobby Canfield again for a 44-yard touchdown pass. 2-point conversion run by Colin Jolman failed, but Fruitport had a 38-14 lead. And then with just 53 seconds to go in the opening half, Colin Jolman scored on a 5-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion run by Colin Jolman good, and that's where we stand at the half. Fruitport 46, Ludington 14. And again, we want to thank Indian Summer, our exclusive player in the Spotlight sponsor. In this case, it's Players in the Spotlight sponsor. We're going to step aside right now and listen to that interview I did recently with Ludington Orioles, Colby Nelson, Miguel Mendez, and Carter Nee. Stay tuned, those fans, and check out this interview. Welcome, Ludington Oriole fans, to the Safe Harbor Credit Union halftime show. Indian Summer, Ludington Oriole player in the spotlight for tonight's game. Actually, we have 3 players. They are all seniors. We have Carter Nee, we also have Miguel Mendez, and we have Colby Nelson. And Carter is a defensive end. Miguel is a defensive end, and Colby is a defensive tackle. And Carter wears jersey 23, and Miguel wears jersey 60, and Colby is jersey number 50. Now, I'll start with Carter. What is the thing that you like best about the great sport of football?
Contact. I like having nice contact. It's fun hitting people.
That's the sport for you if you like contact. Miguel?
Everything. I love everything about it. It's all fun.
Okay, and Colby?
I just love competing with my friends. I love how everybody came out and just had to play, so yeah.
And congratulations to Colby on being named All West Michigan Conference First Team Defensive Tackle. That's a great honor there, Colby.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll start with Colby on the next question. What is it that you like best about this year's team?
That's what I love most is that how we all come out to compete. We all want to win this year, and everybody comes out to play. So,
well, that's a great answer. You folks, your team this year has been a lot of fun to cover. It's been a very exciting team. It's been, I've enjoyed my many years of broadcasting, but this year's team has been one of my favorites, no doubt. Miguel, what would you say is your favorite thing about this year's team?
I like the energy they give out on the field. It's a lot of fun. I love all the boys. All fun. Love them all.
All right, and Carter?
It's been a good year. I've enjoyed playing with them all 4 years of high school. That's what I've really enjoyed, and this is our last year, and we all want to make it a good season.
Okay, guys, what are your plans for both winter and spring sports? We'll start with Carter.
I do a lot of skiing in the winter.
Okay.
And other than that, I might do track in the spring.
All right, Miguel?
I'm not too sure, honestly. I don't know. Just having fun this year.
You're just a football player, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Colby?
Well, I'm going to try out for basketball, and if that works out, then basketball. But if not, I'm just going to be lifting for track in the spring.
All right. We'll start again with Colby. Favorite teacher in class at Ludington High School?
I got to say Miss Reen. She's fun to have in the class. She's just always talks and see how everybody's doing, and she's nice.
And what class is that?
I can say math.
Okay.
Teaches a little bit of everything.
Miguel?
That's 4F. I love having that class. She's real nice. Real nice lady.
All right. And Carter?
I'd say my favorites, Miss Petsack and Mrs. Reen. They're two good teachers to talk to, and they understand where you're coming from.
I'm going to put all three of you young men on the spot right here. Make sure you come up with the correct answer. Otherwise, your mom is not going to be mad at me. She's going to be mad at you guys. So, Carter, favorite food that mom prepares for you?
I'd have to say a nice T-bone steak. Those are good.
That sounds delicious. Okay, Miguel.
Good old tacos. I love tacos.
Excellent.
I gotta say chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo is just like my favorite.
So for Colby, it's chicken Alfredo. Okay. All right. Now, guys, a role model or role models that you have.
My role model was my grandpa, but he died 3 years ago, so it was him. He always got up for work every day at 5, and he's just a hardworking man, so I gotta say my grandpa.
Was that your Grandpa Nelson?
Yep. Or no, Sobraski.
Grandpa Sobraski. Okay. Now, Miguel, your role model?
I'd have to say my grandpa too. He's always been that football guy, so that's kind of where I've started. So.
Okay. And his name?
Emmanuel Pejan.
Is he going to be listening tonight?
He passed away.
Oh, he passed. Sorry to hear that. Sorry about your loss too, Colby. Carter?
I'd have to say Randy Malliott, my boss. He's always putting me to work, and he's always showing me what's right to do, and I'm working for him for about 5 years now. I like working for him.
Okay, last question for you guys, and we'll start with Carter. Anybody who is listening to tonight's 102.7 WMOM OSN broadcast that you'd like to send a shout out or say hello to?
Probably my boss, Randy. How's it going? I'll see you this week, Saturday.
Okay, and Miguel?
Probably my family down in Texas. I'd love to say hi and God bless.
Okay, and Colby, I know you want to say hello to the Colby Nelson fan club, right?
Yep, I want to say hi to the Kobe Nelson fan club, and I'd also like to shout out Malachi Spence and my uncle Chad Nelson.
All right, well, congratulations to you three young men. It's been a fun season, a successful season. Good luck tonight against the Fruitport Trojans, and congratulations on making the playoffs.
Thank you very
That's
much.
a great honor in itself. Have fun tonight. Hopefully we get a win against Fruitport. And we want to congratulate you guys and send a Bravo Zulu salute on being the Indian Summer Ludington Oriole players in the spotlight for tonight's game. All the best to you and the O's. Go get them.
Thank you very, very much.
Welcome back to Fruitport, where the Fruitport Trojans lead the Ludington Orioles 46-14 at the break. We want to thank Indian Summer Co-op. They are proud to be a sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for this season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. And also a shout out to Safe Harbor Credit Union, the exclusive halftime show sponsor. Where your success is our success. We belong to you. Visit them at 5511 US 10 in Ludington or give them a call, 843-2323, Safe Harbor Credit Union. You know, we'd also like to thank Chris Nicholas, the owner and station manager at WMOM, for all of his support, and also Thad Shank, the Oriole Sports Network executive producer, executive director, and sometimes cameraman. When I talked to Thad earlier today, he was busy coaching the Ludington boys 8th grade basketball team over at O.J. DeYoung Middle School. Right now, we're going to step aside and for 2 minutes, and when we return, more of the Safe Harbor Credit Union halftime show right here on 102.7 WMOM and the OSN. Stay tuned, O's fans. We're here today with Mike Benedict, the proprietor of Benedict's Auto Center. Mike Benedict, what is it that sets Benedict's Auto Center apart from other businesses here in Mason County?
I'm going to go with the old cliche word, and I'm going to say customer service. Like to spend the time with the customer, give them the kind of all the Q&As, answer all the questions they might have pertaining to the damaged vehicle, what's going to happen next, and then I walk them through the process going forward that I'm going to handle things. You know, we take it apart, find additional damage, call the insurance company, we take care of all the work from there for them, keep them clued in what's going on so they know about when they'll be receiving their car back.
Let the viewers out there and the listeners know, Mike, there's a perception that you have to go where your insurance company tells you. That is not the case, is it?
Not true at all. What I always suggest they do is they go and they talk to either the manager or the owner of the business. Be comfortable where you take the car, have them answer your questions, and that's where you want to go. If you're comfortable with them, that's what you want to do, and it's your car, you go where you want.
Benedict's Auto Body, your trusted one-stop collision.
What makes great apple juice? Great apples.
Who makes great apples? Easy. Michigan Farmers. Indian Summer represents only the best Michigan farmers, and all of its delicious products are made in Ludington. Ask for Indian Summer in your favorite store now.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
Welcome back, Oriole fans, to Fruitport and Robert H. Doc Pierce Field. Ludington trails Fruitport 46-14 at the half. And Scoop Hansen here on the play-by-play call, joining with me, I should say. Let me get it straight. Evan Cruzy, Ludington varsity baseball coach, Coach Charlie Gunschel's official statistician, and the color commentary man tonight. Also with me, Braden Kronline, the OSN WMOM technical engineer. If you're wondering why no Thad Shank tonight or no Julia Havman, because due to MHSAA state regulations for tournament play, we are not allowed to live video stream. So you're just getting the audio stream tonight. Taking a look around our area tonight, of course, you have Big Rapids at Whitehall, Grand Rapids Christian at Grand Rapids South Christian, Ada Forest Hills Eastern at Hudsonville Unity Christian, East Kentwood at Rockford, Granville at Caledonia, Muskegon Reese Puffer at Grand Rapids Forest Hills Central, Traverse City Central at Muskegon Mona Shores, Portage Northern is at Byron Center. Those are Division II matchups. The Division I matchups were Kentwood and Rockford, Granville and Caledonia. Division III matchups, Cadillac at DeWitt, Sparta at Muskegon, Cedar Springs at Coopersville, East Grand Rapids at St. Joseph, and Lowell at Zeeland West. Division V matchups, Kingsley at Kingsford, Shepherd at Muskegon Oak Ridge, Howard City Tri-County at Belding, Kalamazoo Hackett Catholic at Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and Hopkins at Berrien Springs. Division VI, Manistee at Boyne City, Montague at Reed City, Kent City at Muskegon Catholic, and Watervliet at Grand Rapids West Catholic. Division VII, Lance at Traverse City, St. Francis, Benzie Central at Charlevoix, Ravenna at North Muskegon, Lake City at Ithaca, and Bad Axe at Elkton, Pigeon, Bayport, Laker. The one Division 8-player Division II, Posen at Marion, and Division 8, East Jordan at Frankfort, McBain and Everett, and White Cloud at Beale City. Alvin, you got some scores there in some of those matchups I was just talking about.
Yeah, a few since the last time I gave you an update. Muskegon Catholic Central up 21-7 over Kent City. Manistee up over Boyne City 20-14 at the half. Whitehall in complete control like usual, like their entire year, over Big Rapids 35-0. Unity Christian is up 32-20 as we speak as well.
Thank you for those updates. We'll continue passing them along. We're ready to begin action here in the third quarter. Fruitport to kick to Ludington. Fruitport 46, Ludington 14. Kicking off for Fruitport, number 4, Johnny Sawyer. And back deep for the Orioles will be Aiden Gilchrist and Nathan Gilchrist. There's that Gage. No, that's Nathan.
Yep, the Gilchrist twins.
It is the Gilchrist. With Nathan Gilchrist wears number 11, Gage Jones wears number 1. So here we go. Start play here in the second half of this Division 4
penalty marker
playoff game. A penalty marker down, and we saw a lot of penalties in that first game, in that first half, didn't we, Evan?
Yes, and just like that, we're off to the same kind of start. This time on the Trojans to get us started.
Offsides on Fruitport. Very chippy game. These two reacquainting themselves. They haven't seen each other since 2015. That was the last meeting between Ludington and Fruitport on the gridiron. So Sawyer will move back. He'll be kicking off from his own 35-yard line. And the winner of the Fruitport-Ludington game will play the winner of the Whitehall-Big Rapids game next week for the district championship.
Which looks like it's going to be Whitehall, and either team is going to have to travel to Whitehall for that.
Yes. All right, Sawyer steps into the ball, and he'll drive it down to about the 28. Fielded there on one hop by Nathan Gilchrist. Nathan Gilchrist out near the Oriole 40-yard line. We'll say he's down at the 39. First and 10 for the Orioles. Chase Hackert coming out on the field, the Oriole quarterback, the tailback, number 5, Trey Forfinski. The tight end, number 9, Levi Lehman. Wide receivers, number 1, Gage Jones, number 11, Nathan Gilchrist. Slot back, 14, Aiden Gilchrist. And the offensive line, number 52, Charlie Gamble, number 53, Will Luce, 54, Adam Keffer, 62, Corbin Wagenmaker, and 65, Jace Rasmussen. Jace Rasmussen is the left tackle. Here's a pass complete, and he's at the 50 with it, and I believe that's Sunshine.
That was Gage Jones.
No, that is Gage Jones. I'm sorry. Gage Jones, a nice pickup on a first down pass right there from quarterback Chase Hackert to Gage Jones. Jones with the ball down near the Fruitport 45-yard line. First and 10, Ludington. .35 to go in the third quarter. Hackert, he's going to roll to his right. He'll pass back to the left. Got a screen set up here. And not much going right there.
Looks like Gage ran into his own guy, unfortunately.
Gage, yeah, I was going to say, Evan, looked like Gage ran into the blocker that was out there blocking for him right there.
We'll give the credit to Nash on the tackle. That was the closest Fruitport defender.
Cody Nash, number 8.
Yep.
Gain of 2 on the play. That play had designs there at the beginning looking like it was going to be a big play.
It looked really good. It just looks like their feet got tangled there, unfortunately, for Gage.
Here's a handoff for Finsky, and not much there. He's going to be brought down at his own 45-yard line. Loss of 2 on the play, so we'll bring up a third and 10.
Number 3, Fieldstra, and number 84, Flores.
Peyton Flores on the stop there, number 84 for Fruitport.
Third down and 10.
Third and 10 for the Orioles. Charlie Gamble over the ball. Where's number 52? He moved over from his right guard position with the injury to Michael Nichols. Hackert looking right, passes away, and it's caught. It's an Oriole first down. Ball is fumbled.
They're calling it incomplete.
Oh, incomplete pass. Okay. Incomplete pass. Looked like the Orioles were going to have a first down there or be close to it, and ball's incomplete. Intended out there for Nathan Gilchrist. They'll bring up a fourth and 10 for the Orioles.
Looks like Nathan might have been trying to turn upfield just a little too quickly. Didn't quite see it all the way into his hands. Missed opportunity there for the Orioles.
So on fourth and 10, the Orioles will go for it. They really have no other choice here, Evan.
You got to go. You got to try to put up points. It's only one way to get back in this game, and that's to score as many as you can, as quickly as you can.
Fourth and 10 for Finsky in motion. Passes away, and it's picked off. And on the interception for Fruitport, number 5, that's Caden Beardsley. And Beardsley just stepped in front of Levi Lehman there. Lehman looked like he was going to catch that ball and have a first down, Evan, and Beardsley just stepped right in front of him. Kind of reminded me of that play in the Super Bowl a few years ago where the New England defender Butler stepped in front of the Seattle player and picked up the ball there.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a huge play for the Orioles, and you just got to give credit when credit's due on the Fruitport defender. They just timed that about as well as he could.
First and 10 for Fruitport Ball on the Oriole 48-yard line. 10:03 to go in the third quarter. The Trojans lead the Orioles 46-14. Jolman's pass is incomplete. Well, actually, no, that was I was going to say that wasn't a lateral right there. So incomplete pass right there.
Receiver number 2, Williams.
Jolman
Brings up second down and 10.
tried to get that ball to number 2, Design Williams. Incomplete. Second down and 10. 9:59 to go in the third quarter.
That Design Williams is only a freshman. That is a big, fast freshman right there.
Yes. Jolman will keep. And brought down by Dom Wheaton right there with the help from Derek Dunsel. Oriole defense out there right now. You have the defensive lineman of Derek Dunsel, number 28, number 50, Colby Nelson. Both defensive tackles. The ends are 30, Dom Wheaton, and 60, Miguel Mendez. Linebackers are Levi Lehman, 9, and 5, Trey Forfinski. Secondary for the Orioles, Gage Jones is going to give the ball now. Oh, nice play there by Colby Nelson. Boy, that's one of the rare times tonight we have seen the Trojans, Pascal Jolman, brought down by one Oriole, and Colby Nelson just brought him down there.
Oh, that's just a great job of wrapping up and really just using his body weight just to kind of fall on him. He cannot run away if Colby's just on top of him.
The Orioles secondary, the free safety, number 1, Gage Jones, the cornerbacks. Let me see, is Cole Johnson out there, or is he not returned? I don't think
he is not returned. It looks like Luke Hackert, number 13, has replaced Cole.
Luke Hackert is a cornerback, number 13. And here come the Trojans now. That is their quarterback. Gets around the corner there, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Colin Jolman. Right down the sideline right there for a Fruitport touchdown. And that will give the Trojans a 52-14 lead with 8:43 to go in the third quarter. When it looks like the Orioles had the Jolman hemmed in right there, you got to make sure you're knocking this guy out of bounds. Otherwise, he'll tiptoe, take it right down the sideline. Seen it happen a couple times tonight. All right, Fruitport going for the 2-point conversion. Colin Jolman, he will keep, and he is in. Untouched. Fruitport 54, Ludington 14. 8:43 to go in the third quarter. You are listening to 102.7 WMOM and the OSN. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables. Anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Orioles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field at Fruitport. Fruitport has just scored. They now have a 54-14 lead, 8:43 to go in the third quarter. Sawyer set to kick off for the Trojans. He'll drive the ball to number 11, Nathan Gilchrist. Gilchrist out over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's where Ludington takes over.
Ball carrier on the stop, number 5, Beardsley.
We'd like to thank McGee Insurance, your number one Oriole fans, Auto Owners Insurance Group, a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, no problem, people. Visit the McGee Insurance Group in Ludington today or at www.mcgeeins.com. McGee Insurance Group, proud to support Ludington area school sports. Ludington comes out. They got that 4 receiver. No, actually, yeah, 4 receivers to the far side right here. We've seen them in this formation a few times, Evan, and not much success with it. Hackert's pass is away, and it's caught. Sunshine Schillinger, I believe, on the reception out there.
Yes, it was.
And he's near midfield. You know,
Number 3, Schillinger.
David hasn't played a whole lot this year because he came out rather late. But when he's been in there, he has been very productive, and you can see.
Well, he's picking up so quick.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a good athlete.
Like a sponge.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple weeks and he's gained so much already.
Yeah.
It's only going to continue to grow for him too.
Exactly. You see the athleticism that he possesses, and we've only seen it thus far in basketball, but you've seen it on the football field this year. Here's a pass set up and nowhere to go for Levi. I'm sorry, that was Nathan Gilchrist right there. As he was just pummeled by about 4 Trojans right there. Orioles trying to set up a screen.
Yeah, the screens against this Fruitport defense is just really problematic as they're just so fast, and when it's so slow developing like that, it's just hard to hold your blocks that long.
6:48 to go in the third quarter. Second down and 12 for the Orioles. They trail 54-14. Ludington, last time they had the lead, Evan, it was 14-8. That seemed like it was eons ago. Penalty marker down.
Illegal procedures to call against Ludington.
Illegal procedure on the Orioles. We'd like to thank Lundquist Furniture, West Michigan's largest furniture store, located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville. Family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist 231-757-3368. Second and 17 for the Orioles, 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Hackert sends Forfinski in motion. The pass is away. He's got a receiver breaking out there with pass interference. Yeah, Gage Jones interfered with right there, and pass interference on Fruitport. Jones had a couple steps on the defender right there.
I actually think it kind of helped that the ball's a little underthrown because all of a sudden Gage has stopped, and the Fruitport defender had no chance to hit the brakes himself and just ran right into Gage.
Great point there, Evan. You're exactly right. With the pass a bit underthrown, you're right. He had to stop quickly, and then the Fruitport defender just basically paved right over him.
And if I'm correct, it's not an automatic first down. It's just 15 yards there.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up second and short for the Orioles.
It looks like about we'll call it a long 2.
Yeah, that sounds good. Second and short. 6:04 to go in the third quarter. Hackert, he's going to roll now. A little Viking shuttle pass there. Lehman, and boy, the Orioles are going to be lucky if they got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. They may have lost a yard. Look at it. Look at the Fruitport players getting up right now, Evan.
Yeah,
there's at least 8 or 9 of them right there.
They are playing with just great energy. Everyone wants to be a part of the play. Everyone wants to be in on the tackle, and it shows.
And yes, here comes the Orioles with their offensive heavy package scheme. And they bring in Cole Hackert. They also bring in, let's see here. Well, I know Cole's out there.
Without Westy, it's definitely changed a little bit.
It has changed a bit. Okay, so 3rd and 2 for the Orioles. They'll give it to Forfinski, and he's going to be stopped short. Boy, Fruitport not letting the Oriole offensive line, not getting much penetration right there. That's going to bring up a 4th and short for the Orioles. Actually, about 4th and a short 3, or you can call it a long 2, Evan.
We'll call it I'm going to call it a long 2. We'll think optimistically here.
4:50 to go in the third quarter. Fruitport 54, Ludington 14. And looks like they got a little bit of a push right there. Oriole offensive line, give them some credit right there. They got a good push, and it looks like the Orioles, it's a first down for the Orioles.
First down, Ludington.
Give the Orioles some credit right there. They're trailing by 40 right now, and
still fighting hard.
Good push there by the offensive line. Cole Hackert in there. Also in there was Colby Nelson. 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball at the Fruitport 40-yard line. 4:04 to go in the third quarter. my math is right here, Evan. I think 46 unanswered points by Fruitport.
I believe you are correct.
Uh-oh. There is a,
It's gonna
that
be
should
an
be a pass. That's
Yep.
a pass, yeah. That's a forward pass right there, and it's incomplete.
Brings up second down.
As Hackert was trying to get that ball to Levi Lehman. Let's see here. We want to give some more love to some more of our great sponsors. Urca Auto Center, Mason County's only locally owned new car dealer, serving Mason County for the past 4 generations. Urca Auto Center, your one place to shop for all of your automotive needs. And Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance, covering all of the Lakeshore, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. 2nd and 10 for the Orioles, 3:08 to go. We're going to have offsides on Fruitport.
On the play.
Hackert able to draw off the Trojans. Draw the Trojans offside, I should say.
Trojans, 5-yard penalty.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 for the... Yeah, 2nd and 5 for the Orioles. Okay. Nathan Gilchrist, the receiver to the near side. Aiden Gilchrist in the slot. Hackert lets it go, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was a bit underthrown there, but that actually was a good thing. Aiden Gilchrist trying to come back on that. I guess you would call it like we see it a lot in the NFL, that back shoulder throw.
We have a penalty on the Orioles as well.
No.
Not sure what it was. I missed the call.
Again, Jace Rasmussen seeing a lot of playing time with the on the Oriole offensive line with the injury to Mike Nichols.
Oh, roughing the passer on Fruitport, I believe.
Okay, the penalty is being marked off against the Fruitport Trojans, as Evan said, roughing the passer. So that'll give the Orioles a first down.
Ludington.
And the ball is at the Trojan
25.
Actually, they marked it closer to 20.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball on the Fruitport 20-yard line. Again, the Orioles in their white jerseys, white pants, black lettering, black numerals, black helmet with the orange O on the helmet. Hackert passes away. He's got a receiver open there. Oh, just overthrown, intended for Gage Jones, but Chase really had no other option right there. He was under heavy pressure. He had to get rid of that ball right there. And pass just overthrown, intended for Gage Jones.
Yeah, that Fruitport pass rush is really kind of dominating up front now, Scoop. Kind of having their way with Chase. They've hit him probably now 5-6 times in total in this game, and he's going to be feeling it tomorrow.
Oh, he most definitely is. And folks, the running clock is now in effect with Fruitport being up 54-14. The Orioles facing the 2nd and 10. Ball on the Trojan 20-yard line. Hackert looking left. Pass is away, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, that was Nathan Gilchrist had to turn into a defender right there.
Yeah, really dangerous pass. If Nathan wouldn't have changed to a defender there, that might have been a pick six the entire way.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Orioles. 1:14 to go in the third quarter. Fruitport 7-2 on the season, 6-1, co-champions of the OK, the Ottawa-Kent Conference Blue Division. They shared the title with Grand Rapids West Catholic. Ludington 7-2 on the year, 4-2 in the West Michigan Conference, 3rd place in the Lakes Division. 51 seconds to go. Hackert, now he's under pressure. He gets away from it. Second, not able to get away though. And on the stop for the Trojans, number 24, Dayton Campbell, and number 2, Design Williams. 4th and long for Ludington. 31 seconds to go, third quarter. We want to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing. They've been our exclusive pregame sponsor for the entire season. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Oriole sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. All right, 4th and 20 for the Orioles.
Looks
They'll
like
let the clock wind down, and there is that is the end of the third quarter from Fruitport. Your score in this Division 4 MHSAA playoff game: the Fruitport Trojans 54, the Ludington Orioles 14. You are listening to the Oriole Sports Network, a bird's eye view of local sports, and 102.7 WMOM. Stay tuned. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass, the local source for all of your projects. With over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports. Welcome back to Fruitport. 4th down for the Orioles. And now we have a low snap. We have penalty markers down. Illegal procedure on the Orioles.
Against Ludington.
That'll move them back 5 yards, and that'll bring up 4th and 25 for Ludington.
What are we dialing up at 4th 25, Scoop? What's in the playbook?
I was going to say, Evan, you got to reach deep into the...
yeah, only so many plays for that one.
Go deep into the playbook here. Maybe you try a little bit of chicanery with the old Statue of Liberty.
There you go. Maybe little Boise State against Oklahoma action.
Flea flicker, hook and ladder. Or hook and lateral, I should say.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
You knew what I was talking about. All right, Hacker looking right. He'll let it go. He's got a receiver open. Oh, incomplete. And that ball was intended out there.
That was Trey, actually, out of the backfield.
Yeah, Trey Forfinski, the intended receiver. Tight coverage right there by Andrew Fielstra. And Fruitport takes over 1st and 10. And they will have the ball at their own 35-yard line.
Really good throw by Chase, actually. Just a better play by the defender there by Fruitport Fielstra.
I was going to say the same exact thing you just said, Evan. It was a really good throw. The defender for Fruitport, great coverage right there, and made a nice play to break that pass up. We want to thank PM Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. PM Builders construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. Hey, folks, if you're looking to build, give Scott Latimer a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. 1st and 10 for Fruitport. Little pitch right here, and on the carry, and he's just a freshman, but I'll tell you what, he looks like he's going to be a dynamic ball carrier for years. That's Design Williams.
That is a Trojan first down.
Yeah, not bad when you're losing kids going to D2, but you got a freshman that can do that. That's pretty. That's a nice luxury to have.
This Oriole defense is absolutely gassed.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, they've been on the field a lot tonight. Facing the fastest team they've seen all year. It's definitely wearing on them.
Now, I was over at Oriole Field. I was in the field. I was talking to the coaches earlier this week, and they said, watching Fruitport on this artificial turf, they looked extremely fast. And now good job there on the tackle for the Orioles. Big Dom Wheaton does a nice job bringing down Design Williams.
On the stop, number 30, Wheaton.
Dom Wheaton, just a sophomore. And that's great news for Oriole fans, that he'll be back for 2 more seasons. He's had a really good year, Dom Wheaton.
Yeah, that defensive line in general, Derek Dunsel and Dom Wheaton, Colby, Miguel, they've all done a really nice job this year kind of solidifying that on the defensive front.
Yep, Miguel Mendez, as you said. So we have a 2nd and 11 for the Trojans. And keeping the ball and still churning is number 5, Caden Beardsley. And Beardsley has the ball down to about the Oriole 40-yard. Well, actually, he's all the way down to the Oriole 37, near the 37-yard line. 8:56 to go. Fruitport 54, Ludington 14. And again, Evan, we go back to when the Orioles had that 14-8 lead. You know, the Orioles scored first couple of possessions right there. Fruitport didn't phase them one bit.
No, you know, in that second onside that we thought we had with Luke Hackert there, and it just didn't go our way, and then Fruitport scored that possession. You know, you wonder what the momentum would have been if we could have hung on to that ball.
Yeah.
A lot of what ifs.
Third down for Fruitport, 3rd and 1.
Looks like they got a lot of subs in as well.
Yeah, they do. And in fact, their quarterback that's in right now, oh, great play. Oh, there's a fumble. And it looks like, no, the Orioles have it. No, they had it. Now it's picked up now by Gilchrist. Gilchrist down to the Oriole 20, or the Fruitport 25-yard line. Lots going on in that play right there. And the Orioles were able finally to corral the football. It was like a hot potato right there. Finally, that was Aiden Gilchrist?
That was Aiden on the recovery.
Aiden recovered it, and he got it down to the Fruitport 25-yard line. That's where the Oriole offense will take over. 7:42 to go in this game. It's Division 4 playoff opener. Ludington and Fruitport meeting for the first time on the gridiron since 2015 when they were conference rivals in the old Lakes 8 Conference. Hackert has Forfinski in motion. Forfinski on the carry. Forfinski trying to get to the outside. He's at the 20 and driven out of bounds right there. Got down to about the 19. Let's see where they mark him out. No, it is going to be right about the 20-yard line. Looked like he was going to have more running room out there, Evan. But again, this Fruitport, whether they got some second-teamers in there, irregardless, these guys can get to the football.
That sounds like their defense really well, actually. You know, you think you got space, all of a sudden there's no space to be found.
Ludington comes out. Gage Jones, receiver to the near side. Aiden Gilchrist in the slot. Or excuse me, that's Nathan Gilchrist, the receiver to the near side. Gage Jones on the far side. And there's a loss. Forfinski, a loss on the play.
On the stop of the Trojans, number 10, Cooper.
Knifing through for Fruitport, Nash Cooper. Boy,
Loss of 5 on the play. 3rd down.
Trey just got that football. He had nowhere to go.
No, great penetration there by Fruitport there. Trey had no choice there.
Bring up a 3rd down for the Orioles. 6:16 to go in the game. Fruitport 54, Ludington 14. In motion is Forfinski. Hackert's pass. He's got a receiver open. It's caught. Touchdown, Ludington. Chase Hackert looked like Levi Lehman.
Was completed to number 9.
Levi Lehman on the touchdown reception from quarterback Chase Hackert. And that one covered 20. What do you have on that, Evan?
I'll get that in a sec, but I'm confirmed. But I'm pretty sure it's a 25-yard touchdown.
I was going to say, we'll get the confirmation here. We believe it was a 25-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to tight end Levi Lehman. Miles Wilson in to attempt the point after. Michael Wilson will be the holder. Here's the snap. Good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 6:02 remaining in this Division 4 playoff game, your score, the Fruitport Trojans 54, the Ludington Orioles 21. Back in a minute here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Crown and Cork, Ludington's only waterfront kitchen and bar. We invite you to come in and experience our casual, fine dining with little or no wait. You don't need to wait for a special occasion. We are open Monday through Saturday, featuring craft cocktails, an extensive wine selection, and a seasonal changing menu that highlights what the Great Lakes have to offer. Guests rave about our signature Crown and Cork burger, maple bourbon salmon, and Great Lakes fish and chips. We will be excited to hear what your favorite is. Bring your entire family. We encourage your children to explore our play area while waiting for food from our kid-approved menu. Summer and fall, we are open Monday through Thursday from 4:30 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4:30 to 10 p.m. We encourage you to confirm times via our website, Facebook, or Yelp. Be sure to add Crown and Cork on your list of great locations to visit in Ludington. We hope to serve you soon.
Welcome back to Fruitport. Fruitport 54, Ludington 21. The Orioles just scored right there as Fruitport had rattled off 44 unanswered points until Ludington just got that touchdown, a 25-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to tight end Levi Lehman. Orioles showing their fight.
Looks like Fruitport is prepared for the onside here.
They have just ran into a buzzsaw of a team tonight in these Fruitport Trojans. Wilson with that high sky kick again. Fruitport, fair catch. They've seen that one a few times tonight.
Yeah, it's not going to work every time, when you do it 2-3 times, they're prepared. But, hey, Fruitport, good job making an adjustment.
Exactly. Let's see here. Fruitport takes over, 1st and 10. They're at their own 39-yard line. We'd like to send a shout out to Ludington Paint and Glass. They have been mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street, downtown Ludington. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint, the local source for all your painting projects. Give owner Matt Ewing a call, 231-843-8250. You can also look up Ludington Paint and Glass at www.ludingtonpaint.com. Fruitport, 1st and 10. And they're going to run it right here with their quarterback. And coming up and making the hit for the Orioles, number 18. That's Adrian Salazar in on the tackle right there of Fruitport's quarterback. Gain of 3 on the play. Got some new Orioles out there right now. Luke Hackert is out there, 51. You also have Salazar, who just made that tackle. Any other? Luke Hackert is out there.
Joe Benz is out there.
Joe Benz, number 20. He's playing a cornerback position. So right now the Fruitport quarterback, I believe, is at number 5 out there.
Yep, number 5.
Caden Beardsley is the quarterback for the Trojans. In motion is number 8, Cody Nash. Nash with the ball, and he was hit initially there by Aiden Gilchrist.
On the stop, number 14.
Do a final for you here, Scoop. Whitehall is advancing as they defeated Big Rapids 42-12.
No surprise there. The Whitehall Vikings will be playing probably next Friday.
Yeah, it should be a Friday night.
And unless we have a huge miracle here, it will be against the Fruitport Trojans. That pains me to say as a Ludington Oriole, but hey, the Orioles they're fighting till the end out here right now. They trail 54-21. 4:32 to go. Beardsley will give the ball. And that is a big running back. They just gave that ball to not much right there. Leading the charge for the Orioles, Dom Wheaton, and also Carter Nee in there. One of our Indian Summer players in the spotlight. Carter Nee, Miguel Mendez, and Colby Nelson.
Ravenna with the upset over North Muskegon, Scoop, in Division 7 as North Muskegon absolutely dominated, or was what dominated Ravenna in the regular season. Ravenna comes back and wins 10-7. It's an absolute slugfest, which we know that's what Ravenna football is all about.
Ravenna loves that. And how many times do we see that? We see that every year, Evan, where a team will win in the regular season, and then they'll get a matchup, and then they'll extract revenge on that. There's a fumble, and it's going to go out of bounds. So on the carry there for Fruitport, number 24, Dayton Campbell. Can't say that as a surprise there. North Muskegon had a great season. They were the champions of the West Michigan Conference Rivers Division. They handled Ravenna easily during the regular season.
I think they scored about 42 on them.
And then Ravenna comes back and gets the big win in the playoffs. And just like that, North Muskegon's season is one and done in the playoffs.
That's just credit to the Ravenna coaching staff, too, learning from that, the big loss early in the year. Obviously, they made a lot of adjustments. That's a heck of an accomplishment for Ravenna.
3:39 to go here. Fruitport 54, Ludington 21. Fruitport lined up. Actually, no, the Orioles on offense is the.
It was a fourth down.
Yeah, that was a fourth down that last play. And now here's a run, and on the carry is Forfinski. He looks like Larry Zonka just running over Fruitport Trojans right there. He's got a first down. Oriole is getting up slowly, and that's number 53. That's Will Luce. Nice young man. Nice meeting his family back in, I think it was early September. His family and Will were on the Badger. Good chatting with them. Evan, Right now we have 3:31 left here. Fruitport is winning 54-21. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors down the line for sponsoring the Orioles through the Orioles Sports Network. Thank you so much for what you do, and we look forward to working with these sponsors during girls and boys basketball season as well. And also a big thank you to you, Evan, and also Riley Calhoun as well, to Braden Kronline for the jobs that you guys do. It is a pleasure, an absolute pleasure working with you guys each and every Friday night. The first 2 weeks, I know a couple Thursday nights, but yourself, Julia Havman, Thad Shank, I go right down the list. But you guys really make it a fun experience, and it has been a fun year with these Ludington Orioles.
Yes, it has, Scoop, and thanks for having me, man. It's been a blast. I love coming with, and it's a great time, and looking forward to seeing you in the spring for another baseball season as well, because that's going to come quick too.
It sure will. But let's enjoy the last 3:31 of this tough loss here to Fruitport. And then, of course, the girls and boys basketball season that's forthcoming. We want to thank, let's see here, we got to give some love to, my good buddy Benny, Mike Benedict. Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the road. In fact, on our way here.
Oh boy, I knew you were going to tell this story.
The way here, guys, we were just coming out of Ludington. We were just past the Dairy Queen a little ways by the viaducts. And we saw a buck hit by a car that was northbound. So
the buck got up though. The buck was okay, at least for now.
It got hit right in the back quarter right there, but it looked like it got back up, looked good. Joe Benz on the carry here. Yeah, but we couldn't believe what we were seeing. It come up. But first off, we couldn't believe it came up on the highway where it came up on the bridge right there, the bridge area.
Yeah, it must have been a little lost.
Yeah, I think so. So that just reminded me, reading the Benedict's Auto Center, what we saw on the way here. 3:15 to go. Nice gain by Joe Benz on that last carry. It was a first down carry. The ball's right now at the Fruitport 23-yard line. Chase Hackert has Forfinski in the backfield as Orioles. Forfinski on the carry. He cuts it back inside. And a nice gain for Trey Forfinski as the Orioles are trying to punch in one more score here. As we were mentioning, folks, if you do end up in a scrape, if you suffer a fender bender, or if you suffer major collision damage, call Mike Benedict, 231-613-4111. That's Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. 2:45 to go in the game. Fruitport 54, Ludington 21. Benz is in the backfield along with Hackert. Benz will get the ball. Joe Benz trying to cut it to the outside. He's still on his feet. Brought down at the 5-yard line. Joe Benz on the carry right there, showing really good patience following his offensive lineman.
Yeah, Joe, sporadic playing time this year. Great athlete, though. Joe's going to be a huge part of this team next year, so it's good to see him get some touches here to finish up.
Yeah. Joe Benz, Gage Jones, Cole Johnson. I'll tell you what, I see the three of them together. It's confusing for me at times. Which is which?
I completely understand, Scoop.
Well, we know we got a couple of them on the baseball team there, Gage and Cole. All right, now. At quarterback there. Here's a Cole, or that was Cam Gunsel in at quarterback, number 2.
On the stop for the Trojans, number 22.
Was that Joe again?
That was Joe again.
Joe Benz gets the ball down to the Fruitport, we'd say on the 2-yard line?
Yep.
It's on the 2-yard line. 1:44 left in the game. The Orioles trail 54-21. Saw a very familiar name on the Fruitport roster here. Colton Teeter, whose dad, Mike Teeter, I played against long time ago. Mike Teeter ended up playing for the University of Michigan and in the NFL. Okay, Cam Gunsel, ball's fumbled. Oh, no, ball is fumbled. And I believe...
Looks like we fell on it.
The Orioles recovered right there. Cameron Gunsel in the game at quarterback. He wears number 2.
Lost on the play.
Orioles having some issues on the handoff on that one right there. Good penetration by the Fruitport defense. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and goal to go. 51 seconds left in the game. Cam Gunsel will keep. Gunsel, touchdown Orioles! Cameron Gunsel, I believe that's his first varsity score.
I believe it is. You're right.
Cam Gunsel on the, what do you get, 5 yard?
7.
7. Give him a couple of, yeah, that's right. It was a 7-yard touchdown run. Cameron Gunsel on the touchdown run right there. And now Miles Wilson will come in with 43 seconds left in this Division 4 playoff game. Ludington trails Fruitport 54-27. Michael Wilson, the holder. Here's a snap. Good snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Kick is up and good.
With 43 seconds to go, Fruitport 54, Ludington 28. And I think let's see here. We got to, oh yeah. We want to send a shout out to Crown and Cork. Open Monday through Thursday, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 4:30 to 10 p.m. Everything made with fresh and, when possible, with locally sourced ingredients. Crown and Cork, located at 502 West Loomis, across from the Ludington Marina. Check their Facebook page for their specials. You know, one of my favorite items at Crown and Cork is the salmon bites. They are absolutely delicious. What do you say, Evan? Next Friday, you want to head to Whitehall?
I might gotta see what the schedule looks like, but it's gonna be a heck of a game, Whitehall and Fruitport, man. I mean, that could be legitimately like a 65-60 kind of game.
That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Two former Seaway Conference rivals going at it, Fruitport and Whitehall next. I believe that's got to happen next Friday.
Yep, should be next Friday night.
Yeah, folks, make sure you check out the MA or the MHSAA. Well, check that out too, but check out the Orioles Sports Network page later this evening. We will have the stats up there, the scoring summary, the scoring by quarter, the team stats, the individual stats. Also, we'll have the area playoff scores of interest all up on the Orioles Sports Network page later this evening.
Probably one more play here, Scoop, and that's going to put a wrap on the Orioles season.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
Yeah, I think maybe two plays. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a pleasure and an honor covering the Ludington Orioles this year. They're going to finish their season up at 7-3. And been a lot of fun being with you guys. I know I mentioned that a little bit earlier, but this team has been a pleasure to cover. Very exciting Ludington football team this year, covering the games from the beginning week at Petoskey to the closing week here tonight at Fruitport.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a run, Scoop, and a lot of fun.
We'll be talking with Coach Charlie Gunsel here at the conclusion of tonight's game on the Smith & Eddy postgame show. That was the last play. You were right, Evan. It was just one last play. And the Fruitport Trojans win and advance here in this Division 4 playoff game over the Ludington Orioles by the score of 54-28. Back in 2 minutes here on 102.7 WMOM and the Orioles Sports Network. Stay tuned, those fans.
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Orioles Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value, being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, we at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Welcome back to Robert H. Doc Pierce Field in Fruitport. The Ludington Orioles football season comes to an end tonight here against their former Seaway Conference, Western Waterways Activities Conference, and Lakes 8 Conference rival, the Fruitport Trojans, by the score of 54-28. Fruitport will travel. They will travel north on 31, and they will take on the Whitehall Vikings probably next Friday. That should be quite a matchup. The Fruitport Trojans and the Whitehall Vikings going at it for a district championship. Orioles. Season ends at 7 wins, 3 losses. Fruitport advances, and they are now 8-2 on the year. Fruitport finished as the co-champions of the OK Conference. That's the Ottawa-Kent Conference Blue Division. They shared the title with Grand Rapids West Catholic. Ludington again finishes 7-3 on the year. They were 4-2 in the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division. Good for third place behind the champions of the West Michigan Conference Lakes Division, the Whitehall Vikings, and second place, Muskegon Oak Ridge. Last we checked, both Oak Ridge was doing really well tonight, and we know that Whitehall has advanced with a big win against Big Rapids. Evan, you got any more scores there?
I do not currently. We're going to try to find Manistee. They were winning 28-14 up in Boyne, so Manistee could pull off a huge upset against a team that was 9-0. So we'll be keeping our eyes out for that one.
While we wait for Coach Charlie Gunsel to come on up to the press box, again, we want to thank Smith & Eddy Insurance, our exclusive post-game sponsor. Smith & Eddy Insurance covering all of the Lakeshore, a caring business foremost in insurance and community support. For peace of mind, let Smith & Eddy handle all of your insurance needs. And again, we'd like to run down a big thank you to all of our sponsors during this Ludington Oriole football season here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network, beginning with House of Flavors Manufacturing, Smith & Eddy Insurance, PM Builders, Safe Harbor Credit Union, Indian Summer, Benedict's Auto Center, Lundquist Furniture, Crown and Cork Restaurant, Ludington Paint and Glass, McGee's Insurance, and Urca's Auto Center. Thank you for your sponsorship of the Orioles during this gridiron season, and as always, go O's. Well, we heard a lot about this Fruitport team. Evan, I know you saw some footage of them this week, and they're everything that I know that you saw on footage, everything that I've heard, and by looking at the scores on their season, I can see why they've scored now over 400 points this season.
Yeah, Ludington's defense has nothing to feel bad about. That was just a fantastic Fruitport offense, and you just got to tip your hat sometimes. Pascal, number 21 there, we talked about him all night. I mean, there's a reason the number 1 team in Division II is recruiting him. I mean, he's just the real deal, and they have playmakers all over. Sometimes you're just a little outmatched, and we talked about it too in the second half. You could tell we just got gas when you're running around all night against guys that are running probably 4.4s, 4.5, 40-yard dashes. I mean, it's going to tire you out. They gave it everything they had. It was a great effort. And sometimes that's all you can do, just give it the best you got.
Well, after updating the score from tonight's game here, this playoff loss for the Orioles to Fruitport, 54-28, Fruitport is now they've scored 427 points on this season in 10 games, and they've allowed 287 points. So although they give up a lot of points, they score an awful lot of points.
Yeah, next week's matchup for them at Whitehall, we've seen both teams now, obviously. It's going to be very interesting, kind of, if they're able to impose their will running on Whitehall. Whitehall's a little bigger up front than probably most teams they've seen, and also have great playmakers. But, if you're a fan of points, next week, Fruitport at Whitehall's going to be the game you want to see, because I think we could see easily over 100 scored between the two teams combined. It's going to just be an absolute show.
I'm definitely up for that one, Evan. If you'd like to go, let's make plans on heading to...
Bring your popcorn scoop.
Yeah, heading to Whitehall next Friday to watch a district championship between Whitehall and Fruitport. Should be one heck of a ball game. Ludington ends up scoring 260 points on the season and giving up 221. And if you look at those 221 they've given up, the majority came in 2 games. Whitehall, they gave up 56, and they gave up 54 tonight to Fruitport. The other game where they gave up 30 to Muskegon Oak Ridge and 31 to Petoskey. Those were the big 4 games where Ludington's defense relinquished. I shouldn't say relinquished, but gave up some points right there. Some good football teams, especially the games against Oak Ridge, and then of course against Whitehall, and now tonight against Fruitport. Evan with the stats.
Yeah, total offense, Ludington finished with 285, Fruitport 461. Ludington's going to finish with 222 yards through the air. Fruitport's 138, but Fruitport dominated the rushing game with 323 yards on the ground compared to Ludington's 63. Penalties, a lot of penalties on both teams. Ludington 7 for 65, Fruitport 9 for 80 at the end there. Time possession, actually, Ludington had over 27 minutes compared to Fruitport's 20, but that just shows you the fast-paced offense they run. Chase Hackert tonight finished 12 for 27, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Trey Forfinski leading the way on the ground with 12 carries for 31 yards. Cameron Gunsel and Chase Hackert with a touchdown apiece on the ground as well. Receiving, David Schillinger leading the way with 2 receptions for 87 yards. Levi Lehman, 4 receptions, 77 yards, and a score. Aiden Gilchrist adding a score as well through the air. Defensively for the Orioles, Trey Forfinski finishing with 5.5 tackles. Gage Jones with 4. Dom Wheaton with 3.5. Colby Nelson and Levi Lehman 3 apiece. Just one Fruitport individual stat. Number 21, Pascal, finished with 227 yards on the ground and 3 scores.
And he did that all in the first half.
Correct, that was all the first half.
Yeah, but this Ludington defense, boy, they tell you what, we mentioned it a few times in the second half. Very, very tired, very gassed. They will all sleep well tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
They'll have nightmares of seeing Pascal.
I think a lot of defenses probably have nightmares of him.
Jolman, though, in their nightmares, exactly. So, let's give kudos to the Orioles seniors who played their last game tonight. Cole Johnson, we hope he's okay. We didn't see him in the second half after he got injured. Trey Forfinski, Johnny Weinert, who unfortunately was injured last part of the year. Levi Lehman, Miles Wilson, the Oriole kicker, Nathan Gilchrist, Aiden Gilchrist, Chase Hackert, also Carter Nee, the other seniors, Colby Nelson, and Adam Keffer. And we go down and Miguel Mendez and Big Country Matthew Westhouse, the Orioles seniors. Memorable season for Ludington football. This group has left its mark. Yes, they do lose big to Fruitport tonight, 54-28. But the seniors, boy, they just had a fantastic year. And you can't say enough for Chase Hackert in the year he had.
Yeah, we've talked about Chase a lot this year, but, he lost all last year on that first play. And for him to come back and have the season he did, hats off to Chase.
We'll talk to Coach Gunsel about that, too, the season that Chase Hackert had coming back from injury. Coach Gunsel has the let's get you set up there, Coach.
Yeah.
Boy, Fruitport, everything you said they would be, particularly Pascal Jolman. What a dynamic running back he is. And you came out with a few wrinkles tonight to start the game. The sky kick right there kind of surprised Fruitport, went down and scored off that.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even seem to phase Fruitport. They came right back, went on the 2-pointer, went up 8-7, and then your boys scored again to make it 14-8. And then Fruitport really, they took off like in 7th gear.
Yeah, that's a talented ball club. They're everything I thought they would be. I'm super proud of us, competing, up front, pound for pound. I thought we hung in there. Chase took a lot of shots tonight. We knew he would. But for him to stand in there and make the deliveries really all night, they merely made us one-dimensional. We had a real tough time running the ball, and so we had to, which we thought, we wouldn't be able to move them very well. But Fruitport's a very, very good football team, and I'm very, very proud of my guys for the last 11 weeks and everything they've done for us.
As well you should be, Coach Gunsel. So much fun covering this team this year. We were talking about that during the broadcast, Evan, myself, and Braden, and it's an exciting ball team. And I know you want to talk a little bit about your seniors right now after the 7-3 season. Nothing to be ashamed about, this team. They left their mark.
No, and they're competitors. Coming down, they were locked in, and for us to score first, I wasn't surprised at all that we were able to get on the board early, just because these guys compete. Whether they, they're the type of kids that think they can beat anybody up, and and that's the type of guys they are, and they're and I thought they hung in there. It just at some point, and we actually talked about it on the way down. Teams that are superior athletically, sometimes they wear you down. We had to work really hard, to score early, and we had to trick them. And you can only trick somebody for so long. And so eventually they kind of caught on to a few things. But, there was no quitting our kids, and we continued to play. And, our kids are smiling and hugging each other. And it's a great memory. At the end of the day, there's going to be 8 teams that are really, really happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we ended tonight, and we didn't want to end tonight, but we did. But, and I'm bittersweet. You want to win the ball game, and you want to, see your kids go off happy. But to be able to see my guys over there, the 13 kids we just graduated, and they're with their family and friends, and they're doing their thing. I'm just incredibly proud of them.
Yeah, we just mentioned your 13 seniors as well, Coach, and they've left their mark here on Ludington football. And you saw some of the future of Ludington football tonight with your son Cam Gunsel scoring his first varsity touchdown.
Yeah.
And you had to been very proud about that there. And also Dom Wheaton is just a sophomore. And you got a lot of other players on your roster here too. Juniors will be seniors next year, and the sophomores. And
so we've got, especially up front, our offensive line basically is coming back intact with the exception of Keffer. But, we have so much skill to replace in our linebacking core as well. So we've got a lot of work to do this offseason. But anytime you can bring back a unit like we are, you're very optimistic. And then we just got to get stronger, bigger and stronger. And that we got bigger and stronger from last year to this year. Now we need to be bigger and stronger from this year to next year.
Great turnaround, Coach. From 3-6 season last year to 7-3 this year. Opening round playoff game against Fruitport. You talked about that offensive line: Charlie Gamble, Will Luce, Michael Nichols, and Corbin Wagonmaker, all juniors coming back next year.
Right.
And you got some playing time tonight from Jace Rasmussen, who came in after the injury. How's Mike Nichols doing, by the way?
Well, we'll check it out. I don't know. Those types of things, generally you got to wait till the next morning. Mike Nichols and Will Luce. Cole Johnson got dinged up a little bit tonight, but we were playing, some physical dudes down there, and, we're trying to run some midline. We wanted to give them something they hadn't seen, and we had a lot of success with it early, but that puts a lot of pressure and stress on your offensive line as well. So, hopefully those are things that will heal over time, and, you just certainly hope it's not something serious.
Should be one heck of a game next week between Whitehall and Fruitport, Coach. I think Evan and I are talking about already, hey, let's go watch it.
The only thing that makes me worry, not worry, but Fruitport gives up points. And even, I know we tacked on two at the end that don't really count, but there were things that we thought we could get to. We just couldn't protect it long enough to get to it. And I think Whitehall doesn't give up points. They just don't. And so it's going to be a heck of a game between these two because these are very physical. And I think 21, the Pascal, I don't know how to pronounce his name. You're better than I am. The tailback is a different type of kid, and that's why he's not going to pay for college because he's especially on turf. He's a different dude.
Grand Valley's going to be getting one heck of a blue chipper right there, and
he should have went to Ferris.
Yeah, Pascal Jolman. Yeah, no doubt, Coach. And we want to thank you for coming up here. As I've been doing this since 2011, and I'm always look forward to chatting with you. Sometimes there are a lot. I know you're going to be very happy. Other times I know it's it's a tough loss when you come up there. But you're always here, Coach. You've always come up and done post-game interviews with us. We appreciate that. It was a fun season.
Yeah, it sure was.
And these Orioles have nothing. They should be very proud.
Yeah, now we'll get ready to watch them play basketball and wrestle and get back in the weight room, do whatever they want to do right now. And I couldn't be happier. I mean, again, I'm sad because I like these guys and I want to go to practice on Monday and that. But it's unfortunately, this is a necessary evil when you got to say goodbye to those dudes and give turn them over to others.
Can you believe it? Just seemed like it was just yesterday. We were at Petoskey in the opening game. What has been your absolute favorite thing about this season, Coach?
Beating the hell out of Manistee. Yeah, I'm serious. That was fun. Yeah. Had a good time that night. And, there's a lot of great moments. I mean, some of the things I saw in practice where kids just do spectacular things in practice. And, a lot of people don't get to see these kids every day. And you put them in tough situations, you grind them, and then you watch them mature and grow up. Probably the best story of the season is Colby Nelson. Colby Nelson's a young person that didn't finish a year with us last year. This year he's an all-conference D tackle. And he was a handful out here tonight.
He was.
So, just stories like that, have nothing to do with football, but you see the growth in these individuals. And, you start with Colby and Aiden and Nathan Gilchrist and Cole Johnson as a freshman. We never thought he'd play it down, and he's one of the best corners in the West Michigan Conference by his senior year. So those are things that I hang my hat on, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that,
you
Coach. And have a good, have a safe drive back to Ludington.
I will.
And we look forward to seeing you at Holly Gym during basketball season. And
I'll be around.
Congratulations on a fine season.
All right, go Dogs.
All right, Coach Charlie Gunsel. And, you can tell Charlie's awfully proud. He's a Ferris State graduate.
Yeah, anchor up, by the way.
Yeah. And Charlie was a quarterback there for the Ferris State Bulldogs. And after he graduated from Carroll. And, he's very proud of his time at Ferris State. Again, thanks, guys. Braden Kronline, Evan Cruzy. It's been a fun season. And it's kind of, like I said, like Charlie said, a little bittersweet. We got to close things down for football. we'll be back on the air around end of November, which, not that far away, end of November, start of December, with girls and boys basketball coming at Oriole Nation. We look forward to that. But a very good Oriole football season. Again, they end the year at 7-3 in the first year in the West Michigan Conference. Again, Oriole fans, make sure you check out the Oriole Sports Network page later this evening. We'll have all the stats up there, team stats, individual stats, scoring by quarter, scoring summary, area, playoff scores of interest, all on the Oriole Sports Network page. And with that said, for all of our sponsors down the line, and we've mentioned them a few times tonight, thank you very much for what you do for our Oriole student athletes and sponsoring the Orioles through the Oriole Sports Network. We really appreciate you sponsors. And with that said, for our executive producer, executive director, sometimes cameraman, Thad Shank, for Chris Nicholas, the owner and station manager at WMOM, for our technical engineer of both WMOM and the OSN, Braden Kronline, and for my sidekick tonight, the Orioles statistician and our color commentary man tonight, the one and only Evan Cruzy. This is the voice of the Orioles, Todd Scoop Hansen, saying so long from Fruitport and Robert H. Doc Pearson Field. Once again, your final score in this Division IV playoff opener, the Fruitport Trojans 54, the Ludington Orioles 28. Good night, Oriole fans, and have a great